let's just start.
That
Let's
was
just start
it.
with the round of applause.
That is it.
I mean,
He won.
I gotta
what?
love it.
What amazing lip.
Ah!
You're not worthy.
Wait,
That
y'all
was
aren't
funny.
clapping though. Y'all aren't clapping. What kind of disrespect is that?
That
Is
is
every
fucking
round of applause?
Well, I gotta shout. I can't shout and clap.
Hey, I got a surprise for you guys. Can I have 30 seconds?
Absolutely,
Sure.
sir.
Absolutely.
Okay. Yo,
Oh shit.
listen.
Live and direct.
Listen. I always bring the heat. I'm kind of unexpected, just like Sasha Banks' release. I'm dope on the mic and I'm silence on my critics like McMahon Hush Money. And Linda, if you're watching this, call me. I know Vinnie Mac ain't giving you no salami.
Oh my
I'm just out of the ordinary. I'm chilling with the goats, 4 corners of commentary.
All right, and with that being said,
internet
and your man K Marvel.
Oh my God. What's going on, y'all? It's your boy QS.
Yes. It's your boy, the Big Stretch, the human encyclopedia himself. Could we? I got nothing else to say after that. Be quiet for the rest of the show.
Striker Dragoon, baby. We in the building.
And as always, welcome to the 2-year anniversary of your 4 corners of commentary. Holy shit. All right, so technically, spoilers. The anniversary is a Sunday, Juneteenth. That's really when we started. It was kind of before it was a national holiday. So we started it. But thank you guys so much.
You know what? We'll do the honorary one because I don't do this. And
I'm gonna get into
don't
it.
do
I'm gonna
this.
get into it. Yeah. I got this. I got this.
We the fours.
I got this. But right now,
We the fours.
I'm still
guys, thank y'all. Thank y'all so much. You know, we have over 50 episodes. We've been doing this for 2 years. We appreciate y'all so much. All the subscriptions, the comments, the likes, even the personal text messages, the follows. Like, no matter what, we really appreciate y'all. So, how about a round of applause for y'all, for the fans, for the people who are appreciating us.
Thank you for rocking with us. Thank you for
rocking with us. Thank you for tolerating us.
We do it for the love.
Word. And with that being said, the unofficial 5th corner of the Council of Commentary of the 4 corners of commentary.
Yes, sir.
We got Chris back in the building, baby.
Live and unpuppeteered.
Chris T made it.
The real me. I got flesh on. Yeah, no, I'm
the real. That's weird. Nobody gets that. Nobody gets that.
Gotta pinch him. We dreaming. It's a real one. It's a real one.
I mean, listen. I apologize for not having as much time with you guys today as I wanted to have. But listen. Even though I've got to run out of here like in a minute, I didn't want to miss the anniversary episode number 1. I made that video for you guys because I care about you and I believe in the product. And I just wanted to show absolute love and support. You guys are great, really. So, I want to make sure I get that said before I run the fuck out of here.
Bro. Listen, first and foremost, we appreciate you for always watching and always,
thank you
being there. Like,
thank you for keeping up with us.
First off, thank you for that fucking fire ass permanent intro, by the way.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I made that for y'all.
That's it, y'all.
That's
our intro from going forward.
Ladies and gentlemen, before every show, regardless of the following intro, that will be seen before every episode.
It's the fact that he managed to find my absolute favorite picture of myself.
Right?
I mean, and obviously, I got to take a picture with Clyde Frazier. I used to work at Madison Square Garden. And the fact that he made that into a bar was
crazy.
When I came up with that line, I was furiously looking for the picture because I knew it was there somewhere. And once I found it, it was over. It was over.
Nah, that was too dope. Real quick before we get into our small part with Chris. Let's go through this. Tiff, what's up, love? She said, "Hey, Andrew, what's good, brother?
What's going on? What's going on, y'all?
Court, what's going on, love? How's everything? Mark, what's good, brother? How you
Do for the
feeling?
love.
Drew says, congrats on 2 years. We appreciate you. That's one of my sisters, Kim. Thank you for always showing support and backing me up. I appreciate you. Tiff was like, that's so dope. Court was like, he's better than Max Caster.
Whoa, high praise.
Mark was like, oh, bars. That was probably when he was spitting live. You already know. Court says, happy anniversary. We appreciate you. Tiff's throwing flowers. Well, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah, we got them flowers. You gotta give us some flowers while we here.
Nah, I don't think that was for us. Drew says, hello, fam, and of course, like keeping it 100.
Hundo.
So,
or like Athena says, we gonna keep it 100.
Right. That is what she says now, right?
That is what she says.
But so you know what, Stretch? Why don't you take it away? And as soon as you get into it, I'll pop the screen up.
In a world in which we live in, which we must be constantly careful about what we share on social media, lives a man who creates. A man who has a vision for memes like I've never seen before. A man who has his finger on the pulse of one Howard Bailey Jr., also known as the rapper Chingy.
Chingy, Mr. Chingaling himself.
If you see, ladies and gentlemen, somebody added outside of your regular 4 quarters of commentary. We are not a rectangle today, ladies and gentlemen, but we are a star. And the 5th corner, ladies and gentlemen, happened to make a meme about one Snuffleupagus that went to a Chingy concert and the coronavirus. There it is right there, brothers and sisters. I feel like doing a little bit of preaching today.
Yo, made me go run for another Heineken, man.
I too have on the breastplate of righteousness.
I can't even drink. Ain't that
crazy? I have on the helmet of retribution. And it was one CEO of Estee Lauder, ladies and gentlemen, that shared this meme, that wanted to put this out in the public, and did so, and paid for it with his job, ladies and gentlemen.
He got fired, y'all.
His whole livelihood gone.
Exactly. Whole livelihood gone, took, had, led astray.
Bye-bye. You know what he was? Nope, that wasn't it. But that's definitely what happened when he got fired.
That was his reaction when he saw it in the paper.
I don't remember which buttons are which, so I'm gonna try. Let me see. Nope, that happened
that
too.
That's
what happened when they saw the meme on his.
Because when the meme was posted.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that happened in the boardroom.
Nope, that's the retribution for the brother. Nope, there it is.
There it is.
Yes, sir.
I gotta tell you guys.
That meme, ladies and gentlemen, created by our own Chris Taliaferro, ladies and gentlemen. Little did he know that somebody of the status of an Estee Lauder CEO would share it. What was your experience like when something of your creation was put at the forefront as quickly and rapidly as it was, Chris?
Well, I think the best way to kind of I'll try and be succinct. Since my interview with the New York Times about this dropped on Thursday,
which is out, by the way.
Which is out. Yeah, it's out.
It will be in the description below at the end of the video.
Word.
My phone hasn't stopped ringing. I haven't been, it's just been constant messages. There's been a few certain conservative news outlets that have been trying to reach out to me. I'm not going to mention any names or anything, but you would know the person and the people, and if I said it, yeah. But I'm not going to do it, so I'm not going to give them air. But you could probably, you know, let your mind run wild.
Probably tucked away, but yeah, we know.
Something like that, you know, maybe deeply tucked. But anyway, like a tight pair of Jehovah's Witness pants.
Quite like a tiger.
It's been crazy, but it's been great. It's been crazy in a great way. Now I'm gonna go more in depth into the New York Times interview in the next episode of my podcast. But what I will tell you guys is, whether or not it is a media outlet that you typically agree with or follow, support, what have you, there's always bias from a reporter, even if it's unconscious bias on their part. And when a reporter is writing a story, there is almost always a narrative that is set up ahead of time, and they will take, what you say and see how well they can slot it into the story that they've already kind of painted in their head. One thing that they asked me about, the guy, Jacob Bernstein, nice guy. He was very polite. Talked to him for like over an hour and a half. And he must have asked me what my job was 5-6 times. Before the article dropped, he DM'd me on Instagram and like asked me one more time, like, are you like, you don't want to say what your job is? And I was like, no, I don't think that's germane to what's going on. What does my job have to do with it? You know what I mean? Like I'm going there in a couple minutes and I'm going to work. That's none of anybody's business. But the quote, he took it as, and this is not what I said. I'm glad I recorded the whole thing from beginning to end. He was saying that I didn't want to share my job because I have had incidents with social media in the past. And that's completely not the context of what I was saying. I was saying more so that I wanted to, number one, avoid those problems the same way that John Dempsey did not. And number two, I wanted to make sure that whatever he was saying about, because I knew he was going to have final edit. So I didn't want him to say something about my job, take something out of context. My point was, it just didn't matter. And I had enough situational awareness to stick to that. And it's exactly why I'm not going to talk to that other conservative news outlet, because if that's what the New York Times did, I don't stand a chance in that Shark Tank. So, but I'm going to talk about it more. My podcast is on anchor.fm/things you don't see podcast. The episode that I did about the Chingy episode is far and away my most popular. So if you haven't checked it out, check it out. It's a really good one. I'm looking at my timer. I'm exactly out of time. So I'm on TikTok at Things You Don't See Podcast. YouTube channel is Things You Don't See Every Day with Chris Taliaferro. There's another Max Caster rap on there right now, but you guys might, because it's like really nerdy video game shit. I don't know. I mean, maybe. I mean, who knows? But I'm not as cool as you guys, so I rap about weird shit sometimes.
Don't say that, sir.
But thank
you.
He froze. Oh no!
No!
Oh no!
So much.
Oh no!
For having me.
There you go.
Thank you so much for letting me. Oh no! I think we're back. Yeah, no, but thank you. Like I said, thank you for letting me run my mouth. And I just before I go, real quick, I just want to remind everyone that it's still dangerous out here in terms of COVID. So I want you guys to make sure that you're all still, masked up, protecting yourself. I know a few people that just recently got COVID, like not that long ago. So yeah, I'm talking about you. I'm talking.
That's why I left.
No, I mean, you motherfuckers are talking about me, and I'm right here. Hold on. So
COVID,
I mean,
COVID. Ain't nobody scared of you,
what?
fam. You're dwindled down.
You ain't scared of me? What, you
like a little bitch now. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you know what? I still got respect in these streets. You got to put some respect on my name. Spell it with a capital
you in the
C
history books, man.
and a capital 19. Even though that doesn't make sense. All right, I think we're done here. Yeah, we're done.
Great face. I'll never know.
Chris, thank you so much, bro. Love you too, man.
Love you, man. Be safe.
Love you, man. Enjoy it.
All right, I'm out of here.
Later, bro.
We'll have you on another time, bro. Definitely.
That man is a genius.
Damn, Court.
Cold. Woo.
Cold.
Sounding like a very sun-spotted human.
We don't
being.
say his name.
Yeah. Anywho's. Yeah, man, that was dope. That was Chris. And we do have a couple other guests. Just time's going on a little bit, so we're just waiting for them to come. That's all it is. Brothers, we were talking before the show. We all know how we feel We don't have to tell them today. There's a lot of shit going on in wrestling, ain't there?
No funny shit, y'all. It's a shitty week to be a wrestling fan. It's a lot of shit going on. It's not even Friday yet. That's the crazy part.
Nah, bro.
We had all this shit going on since we've been having all this shit has been going on. It's been crazy since Monday, going all the way till now, to today. It's
pretty much.
And I of course, like the next guest that we're getting on, I can't wait to hear what their take on it. But it's it's just so wild. It's just wild. I mean, there's so much. There's the thing with Sasha Banks. There's the situation going on with Jeff. Then there's a good old situation with a certain probe. There's the whole probe going on with the Empire.
The general.
The general is safe. The general is safe. He's fine.
I'll come out and say his name. General Vince McMahon and his lieutenant laryngitis.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
In fact, there's a cash prize out of my pocket, ladies and gentlemen. If you can figure out what the letters right beside my name stand for, ladies and gentlemen, a cash prize.
My God.
Wait, what? I'm so confused. I'm so lost.
You see it right here where it says stretch VKMANFITHCHN. If you can figure out what that is, ladies and gentlemen, there is a cash prize going to the winner.
Cut it. I can't answer it. Okay.
Who is it?
I can't answer it.
Who is it?
He knows it.
I know it. That's the thing. So I can't answer it because I need some money. So it's just
let's get it out the way. I want you to answer. I want you to answer it.
It ain't no fun. Ain't no fun if the homies
That's right. Ain't no fun if the homies can't have nothing.
That's damn. Because I know everybody has a whole thing right now on thinking that this is gonna destroy the Empire, and it's just
Empire has been through worse.
Vince it just sounds like Vince was just doing with his due diligence.
It was just a regular day.
It's just doing his due diligence.
It's a regular fucking day.
It's funny because this is the most tame shit that everybody's going up in arms about.
My God.
This is a man. We have to remember that this is a man that literally covered up a whole fucking murder, and you guys are literally thinking,
wow,
covered up a whole murder.
Word up.
This is a man.
This is a man that has continuously beat the case.
Keep going.
This man has continuously beat the case.
He always gonna beat the case. What? Are you kidding me?
The man did it legally. Get him off his back. Unless there was allegations of abuse or strong arming in some way, shape, or form, I don't want to hear it. It's legal.
Listen,
you know what's crazy? You know what all she did was suck his dick.
Moved up in the company.
I don't think we said something like that in the podcast before. Oh my God.
Goodness, that was a little bit.
God. What would that being said?
It's gonna be a bit.
Hey, here we go.
Hi-yo.
Let's put it back up to the one time right now. We got our guest back.
Because it ain't no fun.
Wait, hold
up. It ain't no fun.
Mark, what you doing on here, bro?
Hold on.
What up, fellas? What up?
What is happening?
Yo, listen.
So first and foremost, because I wasn't ready for Mark, so I got nothing ready for you, dude. Let me do this intro. Wait, hold on.
Oh, damn.
That dude below me right there. And we be talking shit about light-skinned, dark-skinned people a lot. So that dark chocolatey brother right there.
Thank you.
As y'all know,
you better order us then.
He's been on the show before. He is one. All honesty, he might be in a running for a close second to the fifth point, to the fifth corner of this podcast.
Man, come on, man.
Mr. Rodney Harris. What's go? Oh, my bad.
I love that. That's true. Man, thank you, man. That's excellent, man. Listen, like I said, I love what you guys do. I'm happy to be here, man. Happy anniversary to you guys too. Amazing podcast.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Blessing.
Of course,
blessing.
Sorry.
Oh, what's going on, Courtney? Listen, I love you guys. You guys know that. It was a blessing that we got the chance to meet each other and connect. So anytime you guys ask me to be on, let's clear the schedule, man. Let's do it.
He even got the polo on. You see that? He came all professional.
I was
like
come on,
I was
going
to do the suit and tie, but shit happened.
On the last show, I was talking about how Vince out here just getting his willy wet, and I had to take my shirt off. I was like, yo, it's getting hot in here. I need to spot the crime. Where was the crime? No crime detected.
No, no crime. Listen.
Smash.
Oh man,
it just sounds like a regular day in a rich man's life. That's just
literally it.
Bartering goods in exchange for services. Capitalism is going. It's been going on since the beginning of man. Bartering goods for services. I want to hear it. It's legal. It's on paper.
All he didn't do was leave Shorty the gift basket like Derek Jeter does. That's all he had to do. He left the $3 million. I would have took the $3 million too. Listen, I don't see no crime detected, but an old man just trying to get a nut. Well, he didn't commit adultery because they separated.
Oh, that's right.
They don't even live together, so it's like, what the heck?
Wow, I didn't even know that. Wow,
so they don't live in the same house. Like,
still searching.
They're lost.
Still searching for what's problematic.
Yeah,
this is
up on the market for $4.
Listen.
Look,
this is
I don't know nothing. I can't talk about nothing. You see the name.
If you really want to look at the sins of Vincent Kennedy McMahon, this is literally the most tame thing that is like on this.
There is a tweet thread that I shared in our private group chat that has everything.
And even some of those, and from that thread, some of those sins was not even that bad itself. It was just like, look, Vince is just being Vince. You got to shrug your shoulders to it.
And wait, hold on. My brother Mark, also from Behind the Barricade. This brother knows his shit, just like our people knows our shit. Nah, I'm saying. I wasn't expecting. I didn't have anything ready. And
I told you, bro. Listen, man. I told you I've been wanting to be on the Four Corners of Commentary for a long time. I've been following y'all for a hot minute. You know, I'm a bit. You know, I'm more so. You know, a part of the THWF page, but I am also affiliated with the Java Tears page. So you know, I see y'all on there.
There we go.
So
there we go.
It's on.
Yeah.
It's an honor.
Just for a heads up, you can also watch the podcast on IG right now. If y'all are, you know some people who just chilling, they don't want to go on YouTube, they can go on IG, talk to some people. What's good?
The Council of Commentary on Instagram. Shout out to our big dog and dogs for doing the hosting. Appreciate you.
You give them that Queen's call real quick. But yeah, man, this shit is nuts. Like I don't even know. I bet it was nuts.
I mean, but that's really a question you got to really ask yourself.
Yeah.
Are you gonna sit here and the question is, because I've seen this before. There was one question that's actually funny. Would you rather sit here and deal with an orgy between Damian Priest and Riddle, or would you rather sit here and deal with a $3 million hush money between Vince McMahon and John Laurinaitis? You gotta ask. You gotta put yourself in these situations and be like, which one is actually?
It's a $3 million. I'm not getting paid after the orgy.
I mean, it's like,
yo, big facts though. Big facts. $3 million? Give me $3 million. I'll be good.
There's people out there complaining about this that have done this in Vegas for far less. Like, that's my thing.
Wait.
A motel in Vegas.
Hold on. You say Vegas.
It's really in Vegas.
I know dudes that did it off of something. That's right over here. Right
yeah, word.
Like,
come on.
$3 million.
Oh, the only potential problem is people investigating if he used company funds.
And so far it's been proven that it's his own money. Like
his own money. And he put out a notice like, yo, listen, this, you can't say that we had, like, you can't go to the papers running like I piped Vince McMahon or whatever have you. There's nothing wrong with that.
Look, I got $3 million in my pocket. Ain't nobody know what I'm doing with that $3 million. Screw that. I'm a billionaire.
I'm going to give y'all two perspectives. The two perspectives.
Look, I call it into existence.
I gave it two perspectives to Mark and the rest of the guys on Andrew's show. Mm-hmm. This ain't a Robert Kraft situation, so don't compare it to Robert Kraft.
Right.
It was a whole nother ball game. That's number one. Number two, if you really look at this and think about this, we as a society, we okay certain things, and all of a sudden we don't okay certain things. So girls can sell that thing on OnlyFans and make 10 grand a month, but a dude can't slide in their DMs or paralegals DMs and be like, "Yo, you want to go out to dinner?" So what's the harm in ask? Like, I don't get it. What's acceptable in society today? I'm asking because I'm confused. Because the way I look at it is, I don't know what this paralegal was. If she was coming on to him, it's consensual, obviously.
Because it seemed consensual. Like, you was getting paid $100K. That was your first starting salary. Y'all got into an affair. Y'all two consenting adults, and he gave you $200K as a bonus.
Entanglement.
So and obviously Linda Ben knew Vince was cheating. So it's like there's nothing wrong with that.
It's been a storyline for God knows how long.
Like, did anybody not forget when Linda was in a wheelchair and like was pretending to be mute, deaf, and mute, deaf, blind, all of
that was a great finish.
And heavily medicated. Vince was over here making out with Sable like that.
That was
and even Trish Stratus. This is a thing.
Damn Virgos, man.
Going back to society, think about this.
Wait, whoa. Excuse me. Sorry. What'd you say? Say that one more time. Go ahead.
We just gonna leave this to Heineken.
All right, yeah. So what happened? So tell me.
I missed it. What he said?
Nah, he just got star on Buck Wild. That's all. That's just
Wow.
Fucker.
So
he said those damn Virgos.
Listen, man.
Talk about my kid one more time. I'll kill you.
Jesus Christ. So we just had society. A young lady just come out and say Kanye West stripped her down naked and made her twerk in the studio. I had two questions. Number one, why the hell did you go in the studio? And number two, was locking the door, did they have a gun to your head? Because why the hell would you just go in there, drop your pants, and start twerking and say he stripped you naked and made you twerk? First of all, nobody gonna make me do anything. I'm going out swinging. All right. First, did somebody hold you down and make you twerk? I'm confused because, I have questions.
The problem was going there in the first place.
Well, you didn't have to go there.
You go into the studio with a bunch of drunk or high rappers. What do you think's gonna happen?
Like, was he playing 88 so hard? He decided to start clapping cheeks. I don't understand. I
just listened to that album. Sorry.
I got questions. So, with society, please. To me, this is a nothing burger. This is much to do about nothing. This is just an old man trying to get a nut and got caught up with some nonsense because what a public opinion thinks is creepy. Okay, he's a creepy old man. We already knew that for years.
But she's a paralegal. She knows the legal side of the law. She knows it word for word.
Listen, there's this dude right now. There's this dude right now. I don't know if y'all seen this dude, but there's this dude. He's been going around on social media. This homeless guy in New York. This guy has been going around. He's been going around sleeping with women. Sleeping with women.
What's up, Drew?
For a couple $100 and a place to sleep for the night, bro.
That's it.
And he's blowing up on social media.
Man, he's swinging that to get what you fucking need. That's the message here. No, what you got to get what you need.
Rent and gas.
What am I doing wrong, son? Like, what am I doing wrong, bro?
We as a society,
listen.
Society, especially here in America, has commercialized sex so much that when somebody make a profit over it, now it's a problem.
Yeah. Like, I can't even get a call back, bro.
Yeah.
He's paying for services.
Come on
That's
now.
what he's doing.
Come on now. Let's not say
he paid her salary about 10 years.
That's what we make money
on. You don't want me to put you on Front Street. What you be doing outside of the podcast, kind sir, QS. You don't want us to blow up your
listen. I told you the last episode. The three things that this country we always gonna make money off. We make money off guns. We make money off weed. We make money off prostitution. Ain't nothing gonna change. That's it.
Now we brought it into the digital age.
I remember being on. He said that, and it's 100% true. Look, we like I said, we live in a world where you can slang that thing.
We live in a society,
and that's okay. But all of a sudden a 70-something-year-old man want to get his whistle wet. Now
it's disgusting. Now it's disgusting.
Stop it.
Now it's horrible.
Come on, man. Let's be real.
Look,
here. Real.
Let's be honest.
I know that sound.
No different from some dude that go to those massage parlors looking for a happy end. No different. No
$5 sucky.
Right. No different.
This is why we don't take
at this point. We know who's gonna get fired. We know who the scapegoats are. So
ain't no scapegoats. Johnny did that shit. He did it. He fucking did it.
But scapegoats in the sense of
Johnny was wrong.
Y'all can't do
I
shit
got no
to
mercy
me.
for John Laurinaitis. That man was cheating on his wife for 5 years straight.
Is that why? Is that why Johnny Laurinaitis' voice is like that?
Yeah.
I mean, would it be a shocker?
Zing. But yeah, we already know Johnny Ace is basically going to be the scapegoat, and he is going to be fired for Vince's sins.
That's why we call him Johnny Laryngitis.
But it looked like Kevin. But it looked like Kevin about to go too.
Like the
oh yeah. So let's speak about that.
Like,
Wait, hold on. Before
go ahead. In Spider-Man, the animated series, sacrifices have to be made.
Yep.
All right, hold on.
Sorry, Johnny, you didn't make the cut.
Wait a minute.
Waiting.
There's somebody else from Behind the Barricade that just popped in. We can't just ignore him like the.
Yes, we can.
Nobody was ignoring him.
Never can.
Like you don't blend in when it's daylight. That's Andrew Krasser right there. I probably said your name wrong.
You said it right.
Oh, my bad. Hey,
You're one of the very few that say my name right. They put an N in my name.
You say it every fucking week, so I gotta get it right at some point.
Practice
and real quick
perfect.
before we keep going, let's get into some of these comments because there's a whole fucking hell of a lot of them. Blah 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 blah. Court said, "I got self-respect for myself. I ain't doing it."
Yep, she ain't doing it.
Maddie, just dropping by to wish my four
you,
dudes a very
Hey,
happy
Maddie.
anniversary. We appreciate you, Maddie. Always, you already know. She also said, "I see 7 people watching,
And
but 2
hold
likes.
up,
Smash that
y'all.
like
I'm
button
being-
up."
Exactly.
Damn right.
I better like
Before we
this
show up
video.
behind
I'm
the
gonna
link.
be unprofessional for a moment, so give me a second.
Unprofessional. What the hell? Yeah, but
You gotta get the 6-pack, man. I'm drinking the Heineken tonight, bro.
How many times have we drank on screen? Tiff said those damn Virgos. Anyways, ignoring her.
Yeah, that means don't fuck up, K Marvel.
Man, I do what I want. Kind of.
Okay.
A little.
Right.
A little bit.
A
little kind of. Like 5%. Like 5%. I got like 5%.
You see how we don't. You see how we don't give no. We don't even object to this, right? All right,
Kim Kardashian paid him to do that. Ha, probably. I'm just scrolling down. It's nasty because it's Vince. Well, yeah, we already know that.
Yeah.
Wait, that's what we're talking about, right? Yep, you already know.
I want to say what I want to say.
Yeah, I kind of feel you.
Not
I
the happy ending,
but
what's good? That's hilarious. Yeah, I think that was pretty much it.
Yes, the happy endings is the same
water.
thing.
Yeah,
that's crazy. That's crazy.
It's the same thing.
This ain't water.
All I know is Andrew trying to slide in Linda DM, trying to get on that wheel, trying to take her last.
Yo, hey, Andrew.
Listen, bro.
I'll be on Anime McMahon.
I told Ronnie on
I am the higher power, Vince.
Do it for all of us.
Drew.
Somebody gotta win.
Like I feel like I can't just be nice to Drew today. Like he on our show, first time on our show.
Trish just asked me why do I know so much about this? I said, I'll tell you right now, Trish, live on the air. If you keep messing around, I might have to put myself on that wheel and slide in the DMs, all right? Listen, I'm trying to my net worth is going quadruple real quick.
Listen, man, I told Rodney I'll do it for a PS5.
Oh my God, no. No, you gotta do it for more.
Listen, man, them shits is hard to come by, bro. I've been trying to get my hand on.
You better do it for a PC and a PS5.
But
get best of both worlds.
But you see, y'all going so low.
That's crazy.
Y'all going so low. Is that how much y'all think?
Strikers do.
Yo, is this how so little everybody thinks?
I'm not saying for me. I'm not saying for me, but $500 and an extra $3,000. Come on, there's extra money.
First of all, number one, Linda's gonna have to bring a black man to the Thanksgiving Day family house. That's number one. Number two, I'm asking for a seat at Congress. Fuck that. I'm going all the way.
That's right.
PS5. I want all of it. I want to see I want to see the Senate.
Right. I want the whole company.
I want some laws to be changed.
Don't be a monkey, be a gorilla.
I want some laws to be changed.
If you're going to be a gorilla.
You see, Rod, that's a lot of work you're gonna have to put in because you gotta still remember Linda's a serpent woman. I don't know.
If the sex is right, the bills get signed all night. We gonna make sure we gonna get it done. All right, I'm for my people. Somebody got to take one for the team. I'm sorry, we have been deprived for too long. All right, she has a hand in on things in which I will probably never get a chance to even speak on. So look, if all I'm saying, Linda, get yourself a strong black man. Yeah, that's what you do. You go out there. That's the way you spit right in your ex-husband's face, right there. Get yourself.
For all that do-rag banter back on SmackDown that we're speaking about, right? Yep. And is it not funny that this weekend is Juneteenth? We taking back our rights, yo.
Yeah, right, Vince. We taking
it back. I always said, I wonder how
first and foremost, we're not just gonna sit here and act like Cody Luther Rhodes.
First, we start with 10 women.
All right, we're not gonna sit here and act like Cody Luther Rhodes did not fight for our freedom.
It is Codell, sir. Codell
Luther King. Codell Rhodes, brother. Codell Rhodes.
My bad. I apologize. Cordell Luther.
Cody
Jackson
did not
Rhodes.
leave AEW to go to the multi-billion dollar company of WWE to free us.
This is how I know hell.
Real quick, before we get into it, Maddie was like, "Have a good night, my dudes. Peace and love." And of course, wrestling. You know, she had to hit the tagline. And again, happy anniversary. And people in the room, smash that like button. Squish you out. Maddie, have a good night. Thank you for showing up. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Maddie.
Thank you, Maddie.
Before I start preaching, because I'm feeling.
No. I just gotta say this real quick before Striker starts preaching. You know, hell froze over when you see Strikers actually over here cheering on Codell Rhodes. That's how you know. This is
right.
That's how you know. No, because it all comes full circle now. Right. This is long-term booking.
Not long-term.
Give me some long-term booking. I love me some long-term booking.
He was a fan of Cody his whole life. He was over here acting like he hated Cody.
Not gonna lie, I love me some Dash and Cody Rhodes. I love me some Dash and Cody.
He always used to say it on every episode.
My FICO score went up when he won at WrestleMania.
I'm telling you, man.
It's an odd coincidence. My FICO
score. Don't worry what TransUnion and Equifax is telling you now. Your FICO score? That is most important.
When Cody dropped that promo in AEW, it's just so amazing that all of a sudden my child support payments got reversed.
Got revoked.
Here we go. That's all it took. That's all it took.
All I'm saying.
But when the brother Codell Luther Rhodes left
you're the wrong person to be preaching, bro. Nah, no.
Why wouldn't I be the one
I'm
preaching?
not going to sit here and let you preach about.
I am the big E of the group. I should be preaching
about the pastor, elder, father, Codell Jackson Rhodes. We are not going to sit here and have you preach his word.
Well, my light-skinned brother.
You would do 3 years.
The favor.
3 fucking years. All right, well, essentially 2 years because that's how long we've been on. But for 2 years, you've been talking wild shit about Cody Rhodes.
Cody was not meant for the bingo halls.
Bruh, I'm not going to let you sit here and preach the
Cody was not meant for hard times, brother.
Of Cordelius Blanket Rose. All right, we're not doing.
What's the hell? What's the hell? It's so southern name. It's getting worse as every time.
I mean, he is from the South.
Oh my!
Goodness. No, you are not the one. If anybody's preaching the word, it's me, and I don't feel like preaching today.
Word of Codell Luther King Jackson's Watkins.
Look, if Cody can end slavery, he can end the shackles of the McMahon family.
Aloysius.
He can end
Franklin
the shackles of the McMahon family.
Oh, he said Cordell Aloysius Franklin.
Cordell Aloysius.
Who love orange soda? Cody Rose love orange soda.
Odell love orange soda. Is it
Odell
true?
love orange soda.
I do.
Listen.
Yo, what?
Listen.
I can't breathe. The time.
Oh man,
I'm dying over here. Sorry. That was my rant for the episode.
You see how we gotta fan ourselves. That man caught the spirit real quick. Hold on.
Yep.
Set the tone, everybody.
Shit.
Set the tone.
Dusty the Father, Cody the Son.
All right.
In the promo, the Holy Spirit.
Oh, man, but,
I'm about to say,
yo,
in all seriousness,
what about Goldust?
He's the Holy Ghost.
We not
know who he is. In all seriousness, the one crime that we got to focus on is Kevin Dunn being investigated for insider trading.
Yes,
absolutely. Yeah.
Why is that?
That's huge and that's for real.
I mean, are you surprised?
I mean, I don't know Kevin Dunn. I can't say surprised, but I don't know the guy. But,
all I gotta say is I just find it just makes it everything so it's a coincidence. It's like because there was always the reports came out that he sold the shares, so it's just like, huh? So did you sell your shares because you just tried to like cover your tracks, so you're not seeing that you're actually like using this company's money to try to do like insider trading? Like it makes you wonder, like makes you really think like, well, why did he sell his shares? Like what's going on here with that?
Right.
And again, like I said, that's a serious thing. Insider trading, that is fraud. That's a very serious crime. Yes, he can face up to 20 years, and he is going to face up to 20 years in jail if he's proven if he's found guilty of this thing. And I'm not going to lie, I kind of want that to happen to him. I kind of don't have any I don't have any mercy for Kevin Dunn. It's just like, he's another one in that backstage arena that you never heard so much good things about from other talent. So it's just like, okay, this is like, you always for like certain people, like the guys like Kevin Dunn or guys like John Laurinaitis, you always heard the bad reports and you always heard and said like, you wanted them out of the company, but you just never thought in this day and age that they'd be getting out of the company like this. So it's just like, I don't know if this says that's karma or it's just like, well.
No. Will John Laurinaitis receive his things in garbage bags?
They should do that to him. Well, just do it out of spite. Like
we all know that's not happening.
The whole board.
Let's not even.
I mean, if he don't get it from Vince, he definitely gonna get it from the Bella's mama. So.
Oh yeah, it's right. It's over. It's over for him.
You can look.
But she says she's in support, so I don't know.
No touch.
Listen, first of all,
you know why he ain't support? Money.
Money? What money? It's not his money.
No, right. She's in support of who?
Of
Jordy or
laryngitis.
Yeah,
you said Saudi?
Why she's not leaving?
You say Saudi?
That nigga's paid.
I'm saying, well, it's not his money. Like, if he gets fired, he ain't got no money.
To get fired, he not gonna have no money. Whose money he about to use?
Believe me,
he about to use the Bella's merchants.
Money on it, he's good.
If I was her, I would text him and say, "Sorry, it didn't work out. Budget cuts."
Should have Nikki and Bree send that message.
Gotta hit him with the people power.
Yeah, people power. He about that
You're gone.
All right, so give us the power so we can get rid of them. There we go.
Exactly.
That's it.
That's why Rodney needs to be in office.
Taboo Tuesday. Listen, I told y'all.
Great pay-per-view.
You gotta do what you gotta do. Leave it up to us. We should put it up to a vote and let the fans vote on it.
Make something on the fly.
Because that's what's so funny. Because I bet you if John goes, everybody's gonna the whole entire staff is gonna be happier. Everybody's gonna go back to normal. I'm telling you, that's a cloud.
We might get Sasha and Naomi back.
Oh, yeah.
Look, wishful thinking.
I can't wait for their side of the story to come out. I've been saying this for months. They're like, a couple weeks now. But like, hey, I can't wait for their side of the story to truly come out.
I think they legally can't name drop who is the issue. So we have to wait.
So you see now, I guess we could just try. We can go into even that. So
there we go. Segue.
Like so, with Sasha, with the situation, the Sasha and Naomi situation. It's been about, you could say now, a good 4 weeks. About been 4 weeks. It's actually 4 or 5 weeks now. This has been
a month and change.
I would ask you guys, like, when you try to explain this to, like, coworkers or like explaining to like friends that don't watch the program as much. You know, it compared to like when you see with other like wrestling fans online, like you see how super passionate they are. They're like, it's like a cult, like they're ready to attack. But like with others, like I guess you could say the casuals, or like coworkers that, you know, they watch it free every now and then. They'll go, when you explain it to them, they just go and say, how do you feel when they say like, well, they just broke contract, it's not that big of a deal. Like, what do you gauge? I guess like I guess my question to ask is like, what do you guys gauge when you see how different it is when you see it online compared to like others, or like you having like personal in-person conversations?
Man, it's tough. You know, in a weird way, this whole situation is murky on all parts and all parties involved. So when you go into that engagement, and especially everybody has friends in the business, and people talk. If I'm pretty sure people reached out to both parties, wanted to say something to Vince, try to kiss his ass and get on, because like, yeah, fuck them, yeah, let them go if they don't want to be here. And then you got on the flip side of all people that's been there with them on their side saying, I got your back, man. Stand up for what you believe in. Yep. Like I said earlier, if you want to take this stance, you gotta accept what comes with it. And I'm all for it. And I never said they were wrong. I felt that if you felt like you were being mistreated, you have the right to stand up for yourself.
Stand up for what you believe in.
And when you come in those counters with people, there are gonna be people that's gonna like you. There's gonna be people that's gonna love you. But at the end of the day, it ain't about them. It's about what you believe.
Yep.
Because it's about what you believe is right. So they believe that they were wrongly done. They have every right to stand up for themselves and do what they have to do. But I'm going to support that all the way. So shout out to Naomi. I'm with you.
Right.
Definitely support them. But I mean, as they said, like, look, they said the tag titles weren't being used. What's happening now? No tournament.
Well, I mean, nothing. But you know they.
Yeah, bro.
No, you go ahead. Like this.
All right. But as Rodney's brought it up on BTB multiple times, you know, as we've said, you know, in the past couple of weeks talking about this whole situation with them, you know, they have every right to walk out. But I don't know why it comes as such a shock to everybody, because they're not the first two people to do this.
Yep. Agreed.
So why is such a shock to everybody, and why everybody's making it such big shit that, you know, they walk out, they deserve what they get. They're not the first two people to do this.
Nope.
Well, this is not the first time in professional wrestling that this has happened.
Well, you know the reason why.
You know the reason. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know. And
for people watching, you know, you may think it's just skin color. It's not just that. It's women in general.
Yes.
Yeah.
If a man did this, and I'm saying this very I wouldn't say objectively, but I'm saying this in the sense that Stone Cold did it. Oh, he had every right to do it. It was a creative decision. He didn't like the way it was going. It didn't make sense. Cool. So if Sasha and Naomi say, hey, we're the tag team champions, why the hell are we in the 6-pack challenge? Right. And you want us to further deviate from a tag division that we're trying to build. Mind you, you screwed me over for WrestleMania because it was supposed to be my spot to win that SmackDown Women's Championship.
Very true. That's true.
But instead, you give me a chance to be champions with a sister of mine, and we're going to go and build that division. Why haven't you pushed that division further?
It's not a division to push.
You can say this, yes, but you have titles. If you have titles, you should have storylines for these specific titles. Now you can go to the RKO situation, or the RK Bro, situation where they split them up. Now they're doing single storylines. Okay, cool. But
they didn't really split them up.
You had tag titles before, and I want to say this was maybe 2-3 years ago.
Yes,
you had the tag titles as such, where it was going to be between Raw, SmackDown, and NXT.
True. Smart.
Now, which is a smart idea, you're getting eyes on all three of the products. But because it's not Vince's NXT, as it is now with 2.0, you decide, hey, we're going to do it with the main roster, and we're going to do one with the NXT roster. What was the issue beforehand?
I honestly think they fucked up with that. They shouldn't have never created the NXT tag titles in the NXT women's tag titles in the first place.
Yeah,
that's where they backed themselves into a corner where they dropped the NXT women's tag team championships, and then they're like, "Oh, where's the main roster? People are gonna come down and challenge other teams." That's where in NXT, a tag team should have dethroned one of the main roster people so they can go to each roster.
Exactly. So now look at it this way now, and sorry to interrupt anybody, but look at it this way now. So what do we get in NXT 2.0 right now? We're getting main roster stars coming down to NXT 2.0 and saying, hey, I remember my glory days in NXT. I love the crowd. I love the energy. Let me try and reinvent myself down here for a few weeks or maybe a couple of months. And we're going to bring me back up to the main roster. They did it with Ziggler recently. We bring down Apollo Crews now. It's going to be a consistent
Viking Raiders.
But I think
the Viking Raiders as well.
But you know what it is? Unfortunately, with NXT, they look at this brand as developmental. This is what it's supposed to be looked at. It's developmental. So I think that's why because I do agree with you before with the women's tag titles, they used to be on every brand. NXT, they used to go everywhere just defending it just because. But I think, again, I guess the main roster itself, you could try to say the higher ups, they just didn't have the faith in some of and I guess the stars that are down there NXT, they probably didn't think that they have the faith for them to be on the main roster, to be on a Raw and SmackDown and have the crowd gravitate towards them. So they just want to just keep it separate. Like, you know what? Started from scratch. It's 2.0. Keep it as developmental. Honestly, like I agree. I don't really see the point of a women's tag title down there, especially if you have women's tag title for both Raw and SmackDown. I felt like that should have been the only one that should still be on all three brands. That tag title, like it would have been better. Yep. It would have nipped everything in the bud.
You could have had Toxic Attraction keep these belts. This is the issue I'm having. You could have still had Toxic Attraction hold the belts. Now you're going to have Sasha and Naomi build this division on the main roster between two shows, and you'll have these tag teams interact in so many different ways. You can bring up the NXT tag team. You have Kaden and the newly named Katana Chance, I believe is what her name is.
Yes.
Right? So you have them, and they are literally the mainstays of the NXT women's tag division. They are literally a tag team
right now. Yeah, like I'll say a couple of things just given the topic. Number one, what Sasha Banks and Naomi are doing, I don't feel is wrong. We live in an age where we often always want to empower our athletes to speak up and promote themselves and to do what's best for their financial bottom line. So if we're gonna call every person that works for the WWE an independent contractor, that means they have to do by any means to increase their value, to make sure that their value is protected, and to make sure they get paid the most. If those three things don't add up, by all means, they should complain openly and try to do what's best to make most money. Secondly, I absolutely agree that the NXT women's tag team title, I think that's the only place where it works, because objectively, if you look at all three of the shows, there's way more wrestling on NXT than any of those other two shows.
Completely agree.
As a whole, so they focus on that a lot more. Like you get your backstage skits and shtick and everything and promos on NXT, but it's not nearly as long as it is on the main roster. It's not nearly as convoluted, and you do get a lot more action. And there's a bigger talent pool as far as like NXT is concerned of people you've never seen before. So you can build up a tag team division a lot easier by just putting two random people in a tag team and start building them up. It'd be a lot different than just like having any other team on the main roster will feel like a hodgepodge when they first start teaming. Like if you're not doing anything with like Shayna Baszler and Natalya, and all of a sudden they start tag teaming together in matches, it's like, well, they just threw them together for the division. In NXT, it comes across a lot different because more than likely you're going to get two people you've never seen before. So they come across as a regular tag team if that's their first match.
Understandable.
Like, I think it works a lot more down there for those two dynamics. There's more wrestling and you're more likely to see newer people. So the perception is that they're already a tag team. And I've always thought that champions should move freely between all the brands, regardless of the champion.
Which is exactly my point.
They used to do, I think that the brand split now has become so convoluted that now it's a trope. Because anybody can go anywhere now. There's no speciality to the roster.
Yeah.
If you're a champion, you at least have the cause to want to defend your championship elsewhere other than one show. But if you're going to do like the brand split thing, you have to stick to it. It's like, okay, we're going to keep this championship on this show or whatever have you, or keep this title holder on this show as a part of this roster. I've always if you're gonna have one champion move between the brands freely, like Roman Reigns, and I get it, he's WWE Universal Undisputed Champion. He's the champion of all champions, but it should be a universal standard for champions if you're going to do that. What is the point? For example, if you're going to have SmackDown Tag Team Champions and Raw Tag Team Champions, if the Raw Tag Team Champions just move freely to SmackDown and nobody said, that's when things get confusing. Have one Tag Team Champion if that's the case.
Yeah, that's why they combine them.
Right, unify your titles. Have one pure tag team champion. Have one pure women's champion. Have one pure champion. If you want to keep singles titles like the Intercontinental U.S. Championship secondary titles, fine. That gives something for the mid card to do. But at the same token, if you're gonna have this is our main championship for this division, it shouldn't just be one champion. If you're not gonna respect the brand split, because there's no point in having a SmackDown Women's Champion if she just comes to Raw and just says, "Oh, hi, I'm not going to defend my championship, but I can move freely and not do anything." That's what makes it stupid. It's like if you're gonna give a champion the power to move to whatever brand they want to move to, whether it be starting an angle or wrestling a match or defending their championship, have one champion. Because it makes no sense, for example, to have a Raw Women's Champion defend the championship on SmackDown.
Right. I think something else too is that, especially when they first introduced the women's tag titles, there was them going to all three shows made all three shows more watchable because they could interact with other women.
Right.
I wholeheartedly agree that at least bare minimum one NXT tag team should have won those titles.
Yes. Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez.
I completely agree.
They should have won that. They should have won that match, and they should have never, in a way, created the NXT Women's Tag Team Championships.
Wait, hold on. Sorry, our day one brother, that's Jesse. What's going on, man? Thank you for always supporting. We appreciate you.
But I agree with the last comment.
Sorry, Drew. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah,
I agree with it. Also, the two women, one of the women is right now out of the walked off, but it was Sasha and Bailey. First two women to actually bring those women's tag team championships to NXT during the pandemic. And I know we were during tough times. They were both tag team champion and also women's champions, but they actually got that belt recognition on NXT.
They carried the show.
They carried all four. They carried
SmackDown throughout the pandemic.
I mean,
those two women.
The fact of the matter is that there was opportunity missed, which is, I mean, let's be real. That's with everything. There are times where there's opportunities that are missed, and it is what it is.
A lot more in the E. Yes, most.
I mean, but how many times have and not that I'm one about sports, but how many times have there been a round one draft pick and ended up not being shit, or ended up being a hassle? I'm just saying in general. I don't.
If you're going to bring that up,
saying,
if you're going to bring that up, and it's not a bad point at all. If you're going to bring that up, look at the number of people on a team compared to the roster that WWE has had.
But that doesn't matter.
What it dwindled down to. Yes, it does matter
because the numbers. But the fact that it's not about the amount of people that are involved. It's about the situation. So the fact of the matter is that she walked out, or they walked out because they weren't happy.
Right, but you have to remember though that they just fired a good set of women that were on that roster.
Okay, and I get that. I get that. I'm not.
So if you're saying they have
out.
to build this division, and look, I'm arguing for and against at the same time. If you're arguing that the division was going to be built, they did not have enough women to build that division. 1. 2, you have a creative team who has to make the hard choice of building a fucking division. And they had teams. It's not to say they didn't have teams. You have Doudrop and Nikki Ash, who were building to be a tag team. You have Sasha. You have Shayna and Natalya, who are building to be a tag team. At this point, any other team would have been hodgepodge. It doesn't matter about that.
Dude, not my point. It's not my point. What I'm saying, all I'm saying is that it's a missed opportunity.
Okay.
And also because of what I'm not discrediting anybody's point. I'm agreeing with everyone. Mm-hmm. What I'm saying is that the biggest missed opportunity is the fact that from the very jump, they could have made these tag titles more important than damn near every other title if they really fucking wanted to.
You can say that.
How many?
I don't mean to cut you off.
It would have. All I'm saying is that it would have. The fact of the matter is that them fucking up the way they did it is fucking up opportunities for people to make money. Period.
To me, it's not necessarily like I think that number one, I agree with your point, but I think you can apply that logic to any title.
No,
not just the women's tag team championship. Like if they wanted to make the Intercontinental Championship mean something again, they could. And I think they're on the right path because Gunther or Walter, whatever you want to call him, won the championship, and it felt like a big deal when he won the championship. Like I know a lot of people, myself included, who tuned into SmackDown to see him win the championship because of his expected result. Yeah. And that's not a slight against Ricochet, who actually grown to like.
No,
you know. Right. But Gunther has a lot of presentation and charisma right now that Ricochet lacks. Like you got the manager or mouthpiece rather, Kaiser, and the entrance and everything. It looks good with the Intercontinental Championship. With that said, though, you know that's neither here nor there in comparison to the point. But the women's tag team championship, I think that to be 100%,
it never hit the ground running the way it was supposed to.
Yes,
like they basically have like at this point the meaning of the women's tag team champions is damn near the 24/7 championship.
Right.
It's pretty much.
No, not even. And that's the crazy part because the 24/7 championship is more important than the women's tag championship. And there's no reason.
Yeah, but you get what I was trying to say, bro. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Right.
And honestly, the 24/7 championship is actually in a great position. Like they could put that shit on Becky, and it will be glorious if they do that shit on Becky.
They just did that. They did that.
Tag team championships is defended very sparingly in a company who has never really seen too much stock in tag team wrestling.
Right. Because also, these women tag team championships at the beginning, Sasha and Bayley were promised that they would be elevating the championships, but to only defend it not even once. Like they couldn't like keep their championships from Mania. Like they lost at Mania, and that's when Sasha, the first time she dipped out of the company because she wasn't herself. But like when a company says, "Oh, we're giving you this amount of time to elevate your division," and then all of a sudden it's short-lived, they had no hope for him. Once they changed the championships right after Elimination Chamber to right away at WrestleMania to the Iconics. Like they didn't give Sasha or Bayley any time to grow with the championship.
And you know what? Right, because and they were also dealing with the singles titles. And I was very happy when they did give the Iconics the titles because there was a focus on two women who was a dedicated tag team, which I feel like you just don't get that often. So, especially considering WWE didn't really care about it that much. So, I mean, bottom line is that you know everybody's points. I feel like we're all saying the same thing, just going in circles. They were right. You know, they were absolutely right in doing what they did. At least that's how we feel.
Yeah,
you know,
because at the end of the day, like sorry, came out not to cut you off, but we're just going by how we just feel from the outside looking in. We're never gonna essentially really know how these two actually
not until they say something. Right.
Until they say something. I mean, I know Naomi's one of her friends is like he's spoken for her because he's the only one that kept in contact with her, and he gave his piece on that situation, I guess, from her perspective. But at this point in the game, especially with the Sasha situation, until like I don't know if this is gonna get rectified with they're just gonna get more money and they end up coming back, or if they do end up leaving and they get let out of their contracts, so be it, and they just come and say a tell-all interview for either CNN or ESPN or
Renee.
Yeah, the Sessions was Renee.
Or Sessions.
Most likely, everyone is probably either going to go to Renee as well. Like we're never going to really know how they feel. We're all just going off the speculation, and I think that's what I always find interesting to see is like for wrestling fans, we're just so passionate and we're going by off speculation of how we would feel because we're putting ourselves in their shoes. Yep, whereas like there's others on the outside, they're just like, well, if they choose to walk out, they chose to walk out, breach a contract. It is what it is.
Which is true too, though.
It's
and that's the crazy part is that they're not wrong.
Yeah, you're not wrong either.
So either way is not wrong. It's just like okay.
And it's also the fact that these are your employees that are risking their fucking lives for you by doing their shtick in the ring and stuff. Like literally, you had one wrestler die in your program, and literally you're gonna risk everybody else like after that. And meanwhile, you don't give a fuck about them. But in a spectrum that you have to have more respect for your wrestlers because they go out, they're missing time with their families just to put on entertainment for us fans. But in the meantime, you have to respect their personal life and realize that they're doing stuff for you. And it's not just, okay, I'm doing my job, but I think WWE's got to do better. Every company got to do better with this. And that's basically one of my points is.
Look, I get it. Like they do got to do better. I think I wish for the Sasha Naomi situation, I wish that they had a JR. The way like when Austin walked out and he was basically off TV for like a year and a half, but then JR had to just be like, you know what, JR took it upon himself to like go down there and go to Austin and be like, yo, listen, what are we doing here? Because this is getting ridiculous. Like being that middleman for him and Vince to be like, yo, y'all, this got to stop. I wish there was like that JRS person still in the WWE to be like, try to be like, go to Sasha and Naomi and be like, all right, what the hell is going on? What do I got to do to get all of y'all in the same room together to just talk and just get this over with? Like, this is ridiculous.
So if y'all can give me a quick second, I would like to introduce my sis, the lady, the busybody. She's sorry,
I see it too.
Yeah. So my sis from another miss, Janelle from
I apologize for my tardiness. Kyle is lucky I love him like family, because then I'd have been like, I can't do it, but I am here. Happy 2 years. I'm here.
Thank you.
Thank you. That means a lot.
So first and foremost, what up, girl?
What up? What did I miss?
A lot.
I think your timing
on the wrong topic, actually.
I think your timing is impeccable given the subject.
Yo, for real.
And I think that given, especially because you are a young lady in a podcasting space, and very rarely do we get opinions from young ladies. I would love to hear her opinion on it.
Young.
Right.
Well.
So
that's a fact.
Sorry.
I may be the youngest one in the room. Don't do that.
Maybe.
Maybe says you.
Nah.
Maybe says you.
Okay, so what were y'all talking about? What's the topic?
Sasha and Naomi.
Yeah.
Yep, there you go. There it is. As a matter of fact, here, hold on.
I done spoke about it so many times.
Yep. Because we see how
same type of timing.
Because we see how it's gotten from far. Oh, by the way, of course, I guess I'll introduce myself. This is the first time that you and I actually are like.
Wait, what?
Conversing, yeah.
in the corner.
Really?
Yeah.
QS, Janelle,
Yes,
Janelle,
yes,
QS.
Janelle. It was nice to finally meet you for real.
Likewise,
for real.
are you here in New York like the rest of us? Or?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, you already know Brooklyn.
I'm the only one.
I'm in Brooklyn.
I'm the
Yeah.
only one.
He's the only Yankee.
Get your mans. Why we haven't everybody been together yet? What's going on?
Listen, man, times are hard, girl.
Yeah, it came over. Why?
And plus, you would have been, so all right. I'm happy I didn't get everybody together.
But now it comes to
that would have been stressful.
Now it comes to happy you didn't get everybody together. Huh?
How is that stressful? But in terms of, okay, where do we begin? Well, first things first, they should have never, and I said it on our podcast. Shout out to the Drama Tears podcast.
Word.
I said it on our show. They should have never did the women's tag team title. It should have never even been a thing.
That's it.
It should have never ever happened. And it's not a diss to women's wrestling. So let me be very clear on that, because some people will take that and run with it. It's not a diss to women's wrestling. It's just you gotta know what you have and work with what you have. You don't have a whole bunch of female tag teams, so that concept is null and void. But to Sasha and Naomi, I am someone that I'm a very big on. We should know everything before we cast and say things and all that, because I'm not them and they are not me. But as a person, as a part of the media that we all are in, and as a woman of color that is in the industry, I'm with them. Stand up for yourself. If you feel like how you vision and how you want to move is not being heard, then you gotta walk away. Because guess what? I'm pretty confident that somebody else that don't look like us, Andrew, he's a part of it. Don't worry about it, Andrew. You good. But somebody that don't look like us, that would have did the same thing, it wouldn't have been a problem. It wouldn't have been scrutinized. It wouldn't have been talked about. It would have been like, oh, they just got. No one talks about Brock throwing the belt.
Right.
No one talks about that.
Right. At the boss.
No one talks about that. So, like, if we're gonna put everything on the table,
thank you. Yes.
I'm still trying to confirm. I'm still trying to confirm MVP and Jericho.
Yo, word. That was wild.
No, that wasn't official.
He actually said that the story, the end of the details was true, but he said the middle of it was not anything that anybody was saying. So they must have had an actual confrontation. And the details have been skewered since.
Have Jericho skirts into the elevator.
Look.
All I know is if you call yourself a wizard, we already know what you look like on Jay and Silent Bob's reboot movie. All right,
come on. Like I said, considering where his wife was January 6th, not the best nickname for Jericho to pick.
The Wizard.
As far as his
nicknames.
And his first non-wrestler fireball incident was a black man. Let's just leave it at that.
All I'm gonna say, all right.
Let's leave it at that.
All I'm gonna say is that Montel Vontavious Porter is a purple belt in jiu-jitsu, Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Hassan, y'all don't know. Hassan don't play that. So
right.
I've been trying to figure that out. Because then on top of that, I think the day after he went live, and so everybody jumped on his live to see he was gonna talk about it. But he was in the studio because he does music and stuff. But
I seen that one.
To Sasha and Naomi, I mean, physically being there in Dallas, seeing them win was an epic moment, a moment no one can take away from them. But they should have known there was a dead end on that, and it goes both sides. Like, y'all knew that this wasn't gonna work out, and it's not about the team not working out. It's about the direction of the belts. It's not gonna work out.
Whole division. One of the few times that WWE has caved into fan pressure, because we had the women's revolution. They were churning out great matches left and right, and it was like, it would be really cool if we had women's tag team champions on a show in which 3 hours and whatever you call their format, like managing matches. And everything has been like kind of shaky at best in some cases. Now you want to add more titles to the mix that may not get represented. Not the best move in hindsight, I get wanting to make like women a much more important point of the show, which they should be. I'm not disagreeing with that, but if you're already having trouble managing your titles, more titles is not the answer.
Tell that to Tony.
Tony also has a.
Make sure you clip whatever you just said and then tag him.
I just want to put out a public service announcement real quick. Because Janelle hit something.
Wait, you can't say PSA here. They be fucking with you.
Well, I'm gonna put out and then I'm gonna put out an announcement.
An announcement.
Don't bother with that. Go ahead, Mister.
Well, listen. Janelle said something that stood out to me and I say this all the time. You should have known there was a dead end on this.
Yep.
Folks, listen. If you don't know anything about this company, this one thing you must know. Stuff don't last long, buddy. Don't last long
at all.
Never does.
I also want to tell you,
fickle as a fan base.
But it's because of the fans that they don't last long. Because right now we're getting, and if they do it right, the best of 5 with Cody and Seth, and they have not done that in years.
Yes.
And fans that are right now don't even know what that looks like.
Nope.
So that's why, it's a kind of gift and a curse that Cody is injured now, because now that kind of gives Seth to keep building up the heel heat. And then when he comes back, then it's all right. Now we back on. So I think fans is a part of the reason why things flip and turn so fast, because our attention span now is 0 to none.
We live in a society with instant gratification rules. And that is part of the reason why, and I dare not make this like an AEW versus WWE thing. I think that's part of the reason why AEW works, because it seems like everybody just shows up and it's like, oh, this next person is on here, and then next week we get another new debut that like this guy's showing up here. Like that constant like adrenaline rush of seeing somebody that's like somebody's favorite wrestler from elsewhere or the WWE formerly or whatever have you works, because it's like, oh, what are they going to get into? Like, and it's a constant like feed into that fan base. Now,
so I challenge you in saying, as a fan, does that make you invested in the product though?
For them, I think it's two different fans. That's the thing.
Okay.
I think it's two different fans. I think that there is always going to be a section of fans that are more worried about who's going to show up where and how that affects the product and how they affect seeing that wrestler, rather than a fan that looks at television and says, okay, let me see what they're working with and what they can do with it. Mm-hmm. It's two different mindsets. That's like, I think like the perfect illustration of that is like the NBA. A fan that looks for instant gratification is going to pay attention to free agency, because that's where everybody's free. This person signs here, this person signs there. How's that going to affect the league? How does that affect this conference? How does that affect this division? When the season starts, now you're worrying about how the players fit into what they have. Right. How is the coach and the players going to work together? How is front office management going to work together? What are they going to do? Like as far as like shaking up the roster if need be. It's two different mindsets for like fans. I think it's great. Like, I always say to people like what Brian Zane says, watch what you want, don't be a dick. Who cares? I don't care what you like as long as you enjoy wrestling or whatever happens. Right.
Right.
But it is two different mindsets. Like as far as like appreciating what's in front of you. Like I personally, for example, like NXT 2.0 because I don't like there's talents that I've never seen before.
Oh my God!
As far as like they either always repackaging someone.
You are not alone.
So it's like a best of both worlds things for me. But there's some things I like about AEW, even though I think they should do more vignettes. But everybody debuts the same way, so it doesn't work for me.
Yeah. Look, wait, hold on, wait. And if month is a good indicator, we're gonna get more vignettes.
Wait, hold on. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was your classroom moment with Professor Stretch. Sorry, I had to do it.
Thank you.
No problem.
Professor Stretch.
What's the applause?
My bad.
And as always, please turn to chapter 15 and read chapters 1 through 13. Thank you very much.
So what page 15 on?
So what?
What's on page 15?
What page 15 on?
What not to do at work when you're the CEO.
I think there should be an asterisk and say when you don't get caught.
Right.
All right. The most important factor in all that. That's exactly
when you don't get caught.
So real quick, Rod, Drew, and Mark, don't hang up. I'm gonna bring y'all back in a quick second. I just need to spotlight this young lady for a sec. Miss Lady.
Oh, me?
Miss Lady.
Yes, you.
I
listen.
Spotlight.
Look, you already got the ring light. I see you over there glowing.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
I had to be
over here looking like Naomi. You feel me?
Feel this glow. Anyway.
Yeah, there you go.
But real quick, before we even keep going, there is a huge weekend coming up this weekend, and I have to have you talk about it. I mean, how can we ignore this? Like it's not one of the most important things in Black independent wrestling.
I will not deny that. But it's not my all doing. Once again, shout out to the Pretty Heels, Danny and Ev, who was the brainchild. They were the foundation of Black Wrestle Fest. We've been, me and Danny, that's my tag team partner. That's like the Royal Warrior Hawk to my animal. We go to shows all the time, and we've gone to conventions, we've gone to shows, and we just decided, we were like, there's nothing for us, like just us. Like we always make things us, like whenever we're with a group, but we never had something that's like for us, like by us, for us. So Danny started the foundation with Black Wrestle Fest. So Saturday, so this weekend, and we wanted to do it on Juneteenth weekend because it honors our actual independence, from the white man and all them. But it's a 2-day convention where Saturday kicks off, where we have a whole bunch of like exhibits. We have a whole bunch of panels. Myself, Sir Wilkins, of course, of the Job of Tears podcast. Also Darnell, also Nick Shin, one of the best referees in the business.
Hell yeah.
So everybody. So we have panels, we have games. So we got Jeopardy, Wheel of Fortune, Family Feud. So we got karaoke. We got a whole bunch of stuff going on Saturday. So we're really excited about that. And then of course Sunday is the show. Welcome to War.
Wait, hold on. I got you. Oh, okay. I'm not just gonna let you promote that.
I'm not good.
Without it on the screen. Pow!
So yeah, we have we're ending Black Wrestle Fest with Welcome to War. Battle Club Pro presents, which we're really excited about. For the first time ever, we got Dan Ma versus Shane Taylor of Shane Taylor Promotions.
Hell yeah.
We have main eventing Big Swole versus Willow Nightingale. Shout out to Willow, who's been getting
for real.
Who's been getting tons of TV time, thank God, on AEW, because I'd be scared about my peoples going over there. We also got main event going against Saeed and Treehouse Lee, who are the brothers. So it's really, and I've never seen Treehouse wrestle, so I'm really excited about that. But we got a lot of great matches, and we want to thank everyone that has supported, whether you supported this event, any of previous events. It's not easy, so we do appreciate all the love and support. But we're excited. So if you guys are interested, Saturday, day of, at the door, it's $50. It gets you access to everything from panels to games, and we also will have like video games for people to play as well. They're going to do a tournament as well. So $50 at the door for Saturday, and then general admission Sunday for the show. Bells at 3, doors open at 2. It's $20. $20 just to get in the building, see a lot of action-packed stuff. So we're really excited. I'm excited, as you can see it on my face.
Word. So there's been a lot going on. There's been a lot of wrestling Twitter beef going on in the indie scene, especially in the Black indie scene. I mean,
I don't got the Bluebird, so I cannot.
Oh, I know you don't. But listen. You already know about Ron and Bougie. You know what I'm saying? You know about the Flaming Croc.
No,
and then
I don't know no Flaming nor that. No.
Well, yeah, he hit Ron with a Flaming Croc at the event.
Yeah, okay, that, yeah. I was like, I don't know nothing about that.
Yeah,
I do.
But and then it was announced, which I don't know if y'all saw it yet, but Stretch definitely saw it. But the Rev Ron is facing Mr. Darius Carter.
Yes,
in New Jersey.
Okay. Yes. Shout out to Anthony Cole, BCWs.
Yeah, man, Anthony Cole.
Year anniversary show.
Yes,
it's their anniversary show.
Yes, it is.
So
I actually had the privilege to meet him at Kofi's. I almost said 4th of July.
Barbecue. Memorial Day.
Yeah, I had the pleasure to meet him, so I'm gonna try to get over there to show some love.
Anthony Cole's always showed us love, so please make sure. One thing that I've learned in podcasting and in loving wrestling, support people that support you. I cannot stress that anymore.
Yeah.
Whether it's $1, whether it's 50 cents, it don't matter what it is. And it doesn't always have to be monetary either. It can be simple as coming on a show or, sharing space, sharing time. It is greatly appreciated, and it helps spread, people that you may not even know, and further their career, and things pop off for them. Like for us, it's so dope from the beginnings, like of our podcast and the people we interviewed, even like between like Battle Club and BCW. But in the beginnings, we interviewed Austin Theory.
Mm-hmm.
We interviewed there's a whole bunch of indie guys. During the pandemic, we did Leo Rush. Like there's from up and down you can think of. We've had the honor of interviewing and seeing that. I was about to say his indie name, Christian Casanova, who is now NXT 2.0.
Oh yeah.
As what's the boy name? God,
Carmelo
Hayes.
Carmelo Hayes, yeah.
But like, see, like Link, like him bumping into us in Dallas and being like, "Oh my God, I remember you guys." Like we were just like, "Oh, really? You sure?" But that's the beauty in kind of creating those relationships on the indies, because people don't forget you. They don't forget where they're from, and they don't forget you. So that's always my bit of advice is like, just continue to support independent wrestling, because it is essential to the industry. It's essential to the sport. Because, some of these guys, this is where they're going to be. Like Darius Carter, I love him. I think he's one of the best talents he's one of the best unsigned talents there is. But he's been in the independent game over 10 years and has not been signed, but has been killing it. So he's a prime example of like, you don't necessarily need TV to be the end-all, So just continue to support independent wrestling, and also too in other places across the country. Like, it's always good to do those things. So
yeah, for sure. I do have one very small question, very small, if y'all don't mind. If you can sum up in 3 words,
oh God,
what being part owner of Battle Club Pro has been like, what would those 3 words be?
God. Do you want the real answers?
I like putting you. I like putting you on the spot,
really
girl.
Question. No one's ever asked me that, so that's a really good question.
Hello, the brother has questions.
Yeah. You know what it is? It's like sometimes I'm not as prepared, so I just go off my dome. So
I know, I love it.
That was impressive. That was from one Virgo to another Virgo. That was impressive.
Hey, you already know it.
I would say 3 words. Fulfilling. Challenging, and what's another word? So I said challenging, fulfilling, motivated.
Cool.
Those are the 3. I would say challenging because I've never. And I don't think there's a lot of that looks like me has ever. And then it's hard. It's challenging in the sense of kind of like separating being part owner, being a podcaster, and then just wanting to be Janelle. So all those things, as great as it may seem, it is challenging to say the least. Fulfilling because it was always something I kind of wanted to do. And not even just so much ownership, just being behind the scenes. I'm more of a I'm organized. I want to be able to make sure we good on time, make sure we good with the rest. Like I've always been that. So for me, it was fulfilling to be like, okay, I have a part and people can respect me on this kind of level versus just being a podcaster, Janelle. So it's just like, okay. And then what was the last word I said? I said challenging, fulfilling, and I said motivated. To have people just come up, whether it's, and it actually motivated goes for both Battle Club and for Jobber Tears podcast, because we've gotten people that there's actually a student at Fallout. Shout out to the Fallout Shelter, which is a training school that's on the Battle Club Pro. We got one of the kids there where he straight up said, I started going to Fallout because I heard it on the Jobber Tears podcast. So that And, you know, people saying like, you know, we started our podcast because we heard you guys and was like, yo, we want to do something dope. That people coming, like, when I tell y'all, and it's not even on some Hollywood shit, but people coming up to you in a different city being like, I listen to your show. I'm like, excuse me? Huh?
Yep.
And not being from where I'm from.
Right.
So you don't sometimes you don't see the reach until it's in front of you. Yeah. And that is like it motivates. It's a circle of motivation. It's like, okay, I gotta keep going, because once I stop, who knows what else is gonna stop. So just gotta kind of keep it's finding a balance. I think at this point is what I'm focusing on.
I get that. Look, so first thing, we're gonna bring the gents back in real quick.
You could have kept them in. I didn't have to have highlighted.
Thank y'all for I don't know, but you know, there was certain things. It was like the share screen and all of that. Like I had to. All right, technicality. So first and foremost, once again, I just want to say thank you to everybody, be it anybody who's watching right now, anybody who's been one of our day ones, all the different pods that has helped push us to be better. I mean, there's really no words. Like, I feel like the only thing we can really say is thank you. It's like I said, it really is humbling, especially even us promoting. You know, we have people promoting our stuff on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook, and thank you. You know what I mean? Like it really is a humbling experience. So between the four brothers the three brothers that I do this shit with, was there any more topics before we get into the other part of the show?
We ain't talking about Jeff. We ain't gonna talk about Jeff.
No, I don't. No, we don't need to. We don't need
Thank you. I don't want to either.
Yeah, we're done.
We already know. You know, look. Let's just do this. Long story short, we wish you the best. We hope you get the help you need.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Well, then, let me see if I can make sure I get the sound, because if I don't, then this shit ain't gonna work. Do-da. Sorry, I'm done.
Really? I can't tell.
Right, so I'm gonna bring this baby down here. I'm gonna share my screen, and let's see if it works.
Is it that photo? You just asked me to put it back up.
All right, so y'all don't hear shit, right?
Nope. You don't hear anything.
No, nothing.
Nothing.
No. Nothing. Shit. How about now?
Oh. What am I supposed to be listening for? That actually should be the question.
Birds, I guess.
No birds. Nah, no birds, bro.
No.
I got no bird sound, bro.
Yeah, this shit, man, if this doesn't work, I might be a little tight. I might be a little mad.
Just a little mad, huh? Just a little tight.
Are you doing it from like your computer?
It through the PS4.
Oh, so do you want to turn up the volume on the TV?
No, but it's not see, and this is why it's dumb. Yay, I tried. So we were gonna play Jackbox. Didn't work. Q, do you think not Q, Stretch, you think it would work with you if you do yours or no?
I don't have my computer hooked up to my television, so there'll be a lot of technical setup on my end, but
oh yeah, don't stress it then.
Yeah.
All right, then I will figure this out. We will bring it back, and I will have everybody on again, and we will play games. And
yeah, so in case what you guys aren't familiar with, the Jackbox Party Pack are like party games in which is like a lot of different things. It's like different games like Quiplash, where you have to make like the best insult, and press the button where you have to figure out who's an alien and stuff like that. It's like social deduction stuff, all types of different games and dynamics and stuff. We usually play every now and then.
Look, yeah. it wouldn't be a Four Corners episode without at least one epic fail.
Yeah, like
we just got the intro down pat like a year ago. So
yeah,
yo, oh my god,
like us playing Jackbox together. Us playing Jackbox together, it would have just been a nice little, icebreaker. Like, getting everybody a little bit more, like, just
something fun.
Just something fun to like, and get to actually to know everybody even a little bit more on a tidbit. So it's cool. It's always next time.
What I will do is this. We're gonna do speed rounds. All right. I'm gonna come up with. I want y'all to give me the first names that pop in your head, and it's all gonna be wrestling based.
Okay.
All right. So let's do it like this. Drew, most underrated IC champion.
Wow.
Man, that's
right.
Oh, God.
Loaded question.
God.
Oh, God.
Right.
Why?
I'm glad I didn't get that question.
I gotta
might have been a little. Listen,
I gotta say
Sami
Zayn.
Okay.
That's a good
All
choice.
right.
That's a good choice.
Okay. Q. Ministry Taker or Biker Taker?
Oh God.
That's not hard.
It is for him because that's his favorite.
Because Taker's my favorite wrestler ever. So it's just like.
Have you ever met him?
Yes, I have actually on numerous occasions. I met him at my job. It was actually.
Side note. Sorry, since I brought him up, I met somebody at the job that has the ministry tat, and he said he worked there from like 99 to like 2003. I was like,
oh,
what?
Awesome. That's awesome.
That's when I was on the movie.
But I definitely would take I'll take Ministry Taker.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was the only.
All right.
Answer.
Yeah, that's all.
Only choice.
Mark. Bailey. Or Britt Baker.
That actually is easy too, but
it is for me.
For me, we'll go with Bailey.
Okay. All right. Look, she got off the screen. She knew she was next. Stretch.
I did it though.
No, I'm teasing. Stretch. Yep. Ooh, what to get? I'll come back to you. Rod.
If you want me to answer between Aldo Montoya and Max Moon, is Aldo Montoya all the way?
Oh,
yes, 100%.
Give me a wrestler with a jock.
Rod.
Damn it.
The Gobbledygooker or Shockmaster?
Really?
Wow.
Really?
There's only one answer.
I'm gonna pick the Gobbledygooker, and you
Wow.
Really?
I was about to say at least the Shockmaster wrestled matches.
Listen, it was the build up for me. Okay, it was the story for me.
That's fair. I will not argue that.
Oh, that story is
Nelly.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna hate me. Jade or Bianca?
Ooh.
You said Jade or Bianca? Bianca.
Okay,
that wasn't
I
hard.
knew that was something. Yeah,
that was the fastest fucking answer.
Yeah, no, you know what? And I knew it was gonna be easy.
Fastball right down the pipe.
Right.
That was the money shot. That's it.
I saw listen. Every time I see Bianca just live, I be wanting to just bawl cry. So at that point, it's always gonna be her for me. Like, listen, we sat in the rain delay to watch her win that title, so it's always gonna be her for me.
For real. All right, Stretch.
Mm-hmm.
Lil Nate or Ms. Dow?
Lil Nate all the way. Charles Robinson, baby, Lil Nate. If you want to laugh, of course, this has been showing up.
Fastest
Go to Slamboree 99 on the network.
Ooh.
Lil Nate, Charles Robinson versus Gorgeous George, who was Randy Savage's girlfriend at the time. And Bobby Heenan has the line of the night, and he says, if you want to, now you know what Ric Flair looked like when he was 4.5 years old. Robinson has the robe like Ric Flair and stuff.
Classic.
It looked like a little Ric Flair clone.
You said Slamboree what year?
1999. He had the little.
Listen, anything before 2000, WCW is valid.
Yeah, word. Absolutely right. Real. 2000 is where it went all downhill. You're absolutely right.
Oh God!
I got a good one.
2000 was terrible.
Mark.
I'm about to say for you, K Marvel.
Chicken.
No Mercy or WrestleMania 2000.
Neither. SmackDown all the way.
No, the video game.
SmackDown all the way. I wasn't an
N64 kid.
I wasn't an N64 dude, so I didn't really play them that much.
What was the question?
Yeah. I had to play. It was No Mercy or WrestleMania 2000.
Yes, there's no.
So
Mercy.
I had the PlayStation, so I was a SmackDown kid.
So you had SmackDown, Just Bring It, and all that shit.
Dude, SmackDown 2 with
the two-player
freaking story mode, all the way. And one of my characters looked like a fucking VR trooper. Yeah, I was good.
Trust me. SmackDown 2 had like the largest
lit.
roster I've ever seen, because you were unlocking people that you didn't need to unlock.
Right, and it also had the biggest
Michael Cole.
character
like, what?
I think, even still to date. So my bad, bro. Strike.
Not of them bad.
Suzuki or Daniel Bryan?
There you go.
Or Bryan
That's
Danielson.
Why?
Which one you said?
Suzuki or Bryan or
Why
Danielson?
that question?
Because those are your favorites. So yeah.
But you already saw the disarray I was in that having that match.
Answer the question, brother.
Answer the question, bro.
Oh,
exactly.
okay. So
hold
y'all
on.
ain't got to put no pressure on me. I could easily
give the people what they want.
It is Bryan Danielson.
Yes.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah.
That would be
no. That's a
I'm
shock.
telling you,
that's a shock because he worships Suzuki. He worships
Murder.
I worship Suzuki. I have Suzuki gun merch that is signed by Suzuki. Yes, I do worship Suzuki.
He worships that man.
But
all right. Mark. Talking wise, on the mic, Rock or Jericho? Oh yeah, come with the heat, baby.
That's
hard.
That's hard.
Damn, I'm good at this.
Because one is still current, so that's a little.
Yeah,
hard.
but I mean that doesn't mean the Rock isn't still talking shit.
Rock is talking about Terramana. He's not worried about that.
You see what happened to Vin Diesel?
He does.
See what happened to Vin Diesel already?
All of that, come on. But go ahead, Mark.
I'm gonna go with Jericho.
Ooh,
I do don't get me wrong though, I do have a lot of respect for The Rock's promos. But I'm gonna go with Jericho because even now, since he's been in AEW, he's got some hell of a promo.
Oh yeah, it's Jericho. I don't think he's ever gonna really lose that touch.
He's timeless. Fortunately, he's timeless.
Yeah,
but that wizard shit gotta go.
Yeah.
Correct.
He's just one move away from wearing a white cloak. We all.
I'm a wizard.
It's coming. I see it.
Look, if you did not watch Jay and Silent Bob reboot, watch Jay Silent Bob reboot, and you understand what I'm saying. That's all you need to know.
100%.
All right, let's take it a little outside of wrestling. Stretch. Nope. I feel like I already know your answer. Rod, Mario, Sonic.
Ask me.
Whoa. You said Mario or Sonic?
Yep.
Sonic all the way.
Oh, thank God, because I was about to kick you out my screen. Okay.
That would have been my answer, by the way.
Just saying. QS, Call of Duty or Halo?
Oh, that's easy. Call of Duty.
Okay.
No-brainer.
Nelly.
Don't ask me no video game shit. Kyle.
No, I wasn't going to.
I was
ready?
I got you. Like, he better not ask me.
I got you.
No,
You ready?
shit like that.
Slides or thongs?
Wait, what?
We're talking slippers. Relax. Jesus Christ.
I was about to say, have you learned nothing from the?
So you mean? Go ahead.
I guess sliding, because I don't. Yeah.
the things in between your
The
toes.
thongs are the Chinese slippers.
I don't want the things
that's
in
what
between
came to my mind when he said.
Yeah, that's what.
Yo, I needed like the record like stopping.
You talking about flip flops? That's what you mean.
Hey, what you
look? There it is.
This is my
okay.
That's the
that's
slide, yes.
But you got the mama chancleta. Like that's crazy.
First of all, these are from Old Navy. Don't do that. And
So like
I can wear this
you can't throw it
outside
like a
and
boomerang.
inside. No, you can throw anything like a boomerang. Don't get that twisted.
Stretch. Lost or Heroes? That's TV show.
Good question.
Yeah.
Good fucking question.
No, you should have asked them the Yankees.
What you asked me though?
I should have.
I should have asked them the Yankees or the fucking Knicks.
I should have. You're right.
You know what? That would have been a better question, actually.
Answer that. Answer that. Yankees and Knicks.
Yeah.
Yankees or Knicks?
I can answer that.
Yankees.
Yeah, but those are his.
Yeah.
Up to two. You know, I grew up in a basketball household, but I'm the black sheep and played baseball, so I'd say no.
Drew.
I love both. Okay. Shout out to Mitchell Robinson.
Hey Marvel, save
I got
this
one for Rod
episode.
too.
Save this episode, Kyle. Just save it. Save it.
It's not going nowhere. You good?
Yeah.
Plus, it's forever in the annals of the internet. Drew. You know what? This is more of the BTB jokes. Rosemary or Halle Berry?
Woo!
Rosemary.
Not even mad at that. They apparently locked eyes at one of the Impact
they
shows.
locked more than eyes.
With interlocked fingers.
Yeah, that's right. They were. I can show you the world. Andrew
was about to say Rosemary Magic Carpet. It was insane.
Lord.
They locked fingers. It wouldn't let go. It was weird.
That was going down.
And all I saw was Andrew. His hand was out, locked with her hand. Just real slow to me and go.
She decayed his soul.
I was like, "What's wrong with you?"
She decayed a bit of his soul.
Oh man!
Wow.
He's infatuated with this woman.
My lord.
Really, Rosemary? That's your.
Yeah.
You like what you like?
Did you see how he solemnly shaked his head like with accent? Rosemary.
Because Rodney, you low key threw him under the bus.
I tell that story to everybody.
I tell that story to everyone. Like,
Drew said,
we were sitting,
grade A.
It was the show right before the show we saw you at, and we didn't even know you were coming. You were sitting right in front of us. All of a sudden, she comes out after the match. Her music playing. Fog comes up. She's reaching out to everybody. Andrew just stops, and they had like a moment. I swear it was like for 5 minutes. It was a slow motion of them having a moment, locking fingers, and then like she wouldn't let go of him. He wouldn't let go of her. I'm like, what is going on right now?
Andrew, you should have got that number.
It was like an ET
moment. I wish.
It was an ET moment.
Oh man!
He didn't let it go.
Like Rosemary.
You should have got that number. You should have got in that DM. Like you messed up,
right?
Like,
had a chance. And now she's all thick. You see, that was all you right there, bro. That was a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Earl said, "Happy anniversary, gang." Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Jesse said, "In your house or Halloween Havoc?"
In your house.
Does NXT count?
I don't know. Nope. These are classics. These are the classics. Honestly, I gotta go with Havoc.
In your house, though.
In your
house. Honestly, I'm going with Halloween Havoc.
Why?
Because he just wants to be extra and out there. It's okay.
Yo, see, Storm Buck Wild. Stop. So you try to play me today. No, it's not. It has nothing to do with being extra. There are just a lot of moments for me that I
official sponsor today.
So there are just a lot of moments for me that I remember more from Halloween Havoc than In Your House.
That's fair.
Like Sting winning the title, Goldberg, like all the Goldberg matches. I know, but then it was captivating. You know what I mean? Like there was just a lot. Was Halloween Havoc Was Halloween Havoc Jericho Mysterio? Not Jericho. I'm sorry. Guerrero.
Mysterio.
Guerrero.
Yes, it was.
You know what I mean?
and
So
Ray.
like, there's a special place. You know, and plus that stage was lit.
I will check. It is a really good stage with the big goblin and the pumpkin. That is really cool. But
take the beer away from Stryker.
I will challenge you.
I was gonna ask him if he, you know,
I can do a podcast and drink, sir.
I will raise you Canadian Stampede, where it was the Hart family versus Austin, the Legion of Doom, Goldust, and Ken Shamrock against any of those Halloween Havoc matches.
I mean, you also have In Your House, Break It Down. You also have In Your House, Ground Zero.
Generation
Bad Blood with the first
Bad Blood.
Bad Blood.
Wait, hold on. Wasn't one of the Rocks ones In Your House?
Rock Bottom.
Rock Bottom.
Yeah. So don't get me wrong. I'm not necessarily saying that I don't have memories from In Your House. Of course I do. I think, but you know, if y'all watch the product, you know, I'm an entrance whore, and part of being an entrance whore is how the stages look. And to me, the stage for Halloween
on live television.
What was better than the house setup? Looked like
a giant fucking pumpkin that lit on fire. I'm for it.
I know you.
For it. Sleepy Hollow all day.
You can go to a pumpkin patch for that.
I have a funny useless fact about Halloween Havoc. I have a funny useless fact about Halloween Havoc. So, and I learned this in Wrestling and Regret. So in 1991, it was the Braves versus the Twins in the World Series. And on one of the tombstones, it says Min Twins on it, and the Braves ended up losing the World Series to the Twins.
Wow. Was that the Kirby Puckett
foreshadowing?
It was the Kirby Puckett home run. Yes. They put Minnesota Twins on one of the tombstones and then ended up losing the World Series shortly after that.
Damn Kirby Puckett.
All right.
Strike. Rum or
you don't even have to say another alcohol. You're just gonna
I know.
Rum or what?
I know. Vodka.
Rum.
You should. All right.
West Indian, bro.
You should have said sake.
Oh, I should have said sake. Damn.
Yeah, you should have said sake.
Oh.
Yeah, that was
still gonna be rum. Probably still gonna be rum.
Wait, hold on. You want to hear a funny story? And I got the picture, but I ain't gonna pull it up. So went to Florida, hung out with mom. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to mom.
Oh boy.
Love you.
Hey, mom.
And so we go out.
Ruffin.
We go out and we go to this hibachi spot. So I asked for a large. Look, ignore him. Just ignore him. Maybe he'll go away.
Ain't nobody here for you, Leon.
Don't want to hear you.
Ain't nobody comes to see you, Otis.
So I asked for a large bottle of sake, right? Of course, you know, listen, if you go to a hibachi spot, if you had sushi, you know, white bottles, large bottle of sake.
Mm-hmm.
These niggas gave me a carafe. A 36-ounce carafe.
Sake?
By myself.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest,
in the
though,
candy
most
store.
of it.
Can't do that.
you did, but
Bruh.
did you not order it for the table? Or you ordered it for yourself.
Nah, I ordered it for me.
Oh, that's on you, because
But you know what it is? I wasn't expecting
sake is
it.
a group activity.
Yeah,
That is not a solo mission.
I learned that the hard way.
Fuck
Yeah,
that.
sake's a group activity.
I drank, so I
I
drank majority of it. I filled up 2 cups, have for somebody else, and I filled up their cup, my cup to take home, and still had like that much left in the carafe.
Allow me to say that for all children watching, majority is an SAT word for all.
Yes.
Continue.
Keyword? Really?
Okay, Professor.
Let's see, Nelly.
What's up?
Being an owner or commentating?
Being an owner.
Okay. Commentating was too rough.
Behind the scenes, you ain't got
It's
I heard
not
the stories.
that-
No,
it's
not rough.
not-
It wasn't
so
rough.
I don't think I'm good at it. Others may disagree, but that is I tell people all the time that is the hardest thing in wrestling. Outside of hitting the mat, it's like wrestler and then it's commentary.
Oh yeah,
That shit is hard. Like it is hard because it's not. I don't wish that on my worst enemy, low key.
Damn.
I can back her up. Being a person that has experience being color and play-by-play for just sports in general.
Yeah,
wrestling was the hardest thing I ever had to do play-by-play for.
Wow.
And when you're nervous, it's your first time doing it, and
yeah,
like moves, and you're calling the moves, but then you start fumbling names. The show is all like sometimes an audible is called in the show, and nobody tells you.
Right,
that sounds awesome.
And
it does not. It is not.
No. I know it's probably hectic and it's insane, but damn it sounds fun. Rod,
go
ahead. You about to hate me, bro?
Oh,
Brooke, a Hartwell. You already knew it was coming.
I knew he was gonna do it.
So he's in love with Dana Brooke and Indy Hartwell, so he has to choose.
Oh.
Yeah, it's great.
I told you I released Dana Brooke. She's released. She's been released.
Actually, that's fine. You know what? Can I take it back and switch it? Can I switch it?
Can you switch it?
You already know.
Don't you do it.
I'm gonna do it.
Why you gotta do me like that?
It's the anniversary show. We're doing it.
Oh.
Alexa Bliss or Indy Hartwell?
Wow.
Alexa, hands down.
Listen, not hard.
I just took down my cardboard cutout. It's folded up against the wall.
Wait, hold on. Hold on.
Yep. Yes.
Wait.
Yep.
There you go.
Absolutely.
There you
Wife
go.
knows.
There you go.
Rodney,
The missus knows.
Go ahead.
You had a cut up cardboard of Alexa Bliss.
Yes, he does.
Yes,
I
can't.
He does.
I can't confirm.
Yo,
I can't confirm, Janelle.
Wait, hold on. You know what's crazy? Same size as a my life size Barbie. Crazy.
No, so nuts.
Wait,
I
was
didn't
it?
even buy it.
Oh,
It was
true.
a Valentine's Day gag gift from the wife because you love Alexa Bliss so much. Now you can have her sit in your room all the time.
That's funny, and she's better than me because I would have gag gift you, and then I would have burned it in front of you. She did the right
What
thing.
up, Trish?
Terrible. Yo, wow.
Fucking great.
That's the old Alexa Bliss
That's great.
too.
That's so great.
Wow.
That is Elm Street, Alexa.
You try waking up this morning with the lights
Blake and Murphy.
You
No,
look
it's not.
to your right, and you see this little fucking cardboard cutout.
Punching this shit.
So Rod and I was having a discussion, and he was telling me there's been times where you wake up in the morning, you're like, oh shit, oh no, it's just Alexa. Hey baby. Hey there, girl. Like that old dude sitting and talk about the carburetor, cigarette in his mouth.
No.
Hey there, girl. What you gonna do over there, girl? You better come over here. Come talk to me.
And Drew and them knew I had rules. You come over the house, nobody's allowed to touch it.
You
Don't
have
draw on
rules?
it. Don't touch it. Don't draw on it. Don't lean on it. Don't break it. I was lucky enough to
Don't
fold
even
it up.
stare at it.
Don't even stare at it.
Look at it.
Don't no. And then she got married to Ryan Cabrera, and I was like,
Yeah,
no,
I was about to say,
no.
how do you feel now that she's married to
No one.
Ryan Cabrera of all people?
Fuck Ryan Cabrera.
She's on the way down.
Be real.
She's on
I
the way
never liked
down.
you. I don't like your music.
I'm
I
about
never
to
liked
say,
you. The way you did Ashton Simpson was foul. I'm gonna go on and on. Listen, forget him. Okay, I'd rather you marry the lead singer of Bowling for Soup. Don't marry that fool.
Oh no, don't,
Right?
don't do that.
Rod,
that.
the way you feel about Alexa is basically the way Stretch feels about Brandy Rhodes. So it's okay.
Facts.
It's okay.
Big facts.
Oh.
Big facts.
Oh yeah.
They say that.
Oh yeah, it's all coming out now.
His wife, and I say, cover me in gasoline and throw me in the fires of hell.
He said, "I will risk it all." That's
Boy.
what he said.
I told Trish, I was like, there's only a certain. I was like, I'll only leave you for one person.
Twice
in this
over.
world.
Did you ask your wife for a hall pass or something like that? What is wrong with you?
No, I said, Trish, I only leave you for one girl in this world. You better hope that 5 feet of fury don't become single. I'm sorry, the papers will be served.
And ladies and gentlemen, this is how the show goes off the rails. I love it.
Oh, man.
That NDA better be
Alimony
strong.
will
brother.
be paid. Don't worry
Really,
about that.
NDAs don't work.
I hope she ain't
The
taking half
NDA
of
better
it.
be
NBA don't
strong,
work.
brother.
It don't work.
Really.
I told you.
It
They
doesn't
don't
work.
Now, remember
Unless you work for Tony Khan.
That's the fix. The jig is up.
Wait, and there's the next clip right there. That's the next clip.
Look, if I can see a Nike sign with a dollar sign and a Nike logo in powder anything's possible.
Look,
anything's possible.
Linda McMahon.
Was someone smoking it?
No, definitely not. This was
oh wow!
Nike
Look,
this is the Nike advertisement in a sneaker store.
Oh, okay. Because
the Nike logo was powder, and
Word,
just had just do it with a dollar bill.
I got a good nerve.
I don't know where Striker was going with that.
Yeah, I didn't.
I didn't. That's my ass.
Look,
I
was lost.
If TK can run through a media scrum and be jittery, by all means, we could have that Nike sign up as well.
Y'all can't tell. I say it to this day. Y'all can't tell me. No one can convince me that he's not. He's not doing what y'all
Tony.
In the beginning of every Dynamite taping, he fucking sounds like a little schoolboy squealing.
Well,
he fucking jumped up and down
in Queens,
like a child.
You know, when we were there in Queens, he was,
he was there.
He was on a whole new level.
But
I still think there's something wrong with him. Like
the part though is that he does that I've been to Dynamite in 3 different cities. He's done it in every city that I've been to.
Hold on, wait, time out. Now I gotta know which ones.
So funny story, I guess. Punk debuted on that Rampage.
Yes.
And I was home and I fucking popped. I said, yo, CM fucking Punk. I popped. They said then at the end of Rampage, it was like CM Punk's first Dynamite this Wednesday. I booked a flight to Chicago, and my homegirl and my homeboy that live in Chicago, we drove to Milwaukee, and I went to the Dynamite. The first Dynamite CM Punk was at. I went to Milwaukee.
Damn right you did.
I flew in that day, and then I flew out the next day to record because we record on Thursdays. So that was the first time. The second time was Jersey, and that was like off of a whim because we were getting them. They were coming to New York the next week.
Yep.
So that's like the Atlantic City one, right?
Yeah.
No. The one at Prudential.
That was at the Rock.
The Atlantic City one was this year.
Yeah. So the Prudential one, like I was at work and I was like, practically for like $40, sure, fuck it. And then did that, and then I went to the one in Queens. So yeah, that's the 3. But
so I ended up going to the first one in DC, the third one in Philly, and oh no, I guess I went to 4 shows. I went to 3 Dynamites. The one in Queens, and then I went to
Arthur Ashe, right?
Yeah, that was Arthur Ashe.
Revolution was the first one, right?
Yes.
Or was it Full Gear?
No, it wasn't.
After that Rampage, it had to be Full Gear.
No, not Rampage. Rampage wasn't a thing yet. This was the first pay-per-view as AEW.
Think of the cities.
It was Baltimore.
That's how I remember my WrestleManias. It was Full Gear then. It was Baltimore.
Yeah.
No.
So and no, that was.
It could be Revolution. It's one of them fuckers.
Because it was the first major pay-per-view.
What was the match? What was the major match?
Might have been Revolution if it was the first one. I think it might have been Revolution.
No, because
Double or Nothing was first, and then they got the TV.
You had All Out,
the TV deal,
right? Then you had All Out.
Do you remember the month? That'll help.
If it's November,
I want to say it was in the winter sometime.
So then it was Revolution, because Full Gear's in November. Full Gear's their last one, so it was Revolution.
Yeah, that would have been what 2020? No, 2019. I don't fucking remember. I'm tired. Anyways, but
that's how I remember stuff is cities. Like I'll be like, how many WrestleManias I've been to? I'll be like, New York, New York, Orlando. Like I count cities now.
You're the reason
WWE
switched to cities and not numbers.
I gotta start thinking
I'm glad because going to that's the one thing I've always loved about wrestling is actually going to other cities and going to see it.
Right.
That's just always kind of like that's kind of been my thing. And then I have like friends in Chicago, so I go up there.
Right.
Texas, I go to Texas. I go to Florida. You know, so
listen. The plan is to get everybody to Cali next year.
That's the one I'm not excited about, but we got some things working. We gonna work on some things.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
Wale Mania in Hollywood.
Let me tell y'all about Wale Mania this year. Rodney, where was you at?
Me and Andrew got down to Texas too late.
Because
he had to work. We had to work that Thursday, and I was like, "Yo, can we go Thursday?"
Okay.
And he was like, "Nah, my vacation doesn't start till Friday."
Damn it, Drew.
Let me tell y'all,
It's been my fault for every fucking time we missed a Wally Mania.
Yeah,
you know what?
All right, so that means you can't go with him anymore.
WrestleMania 35, we could have went to Wally Mania.
Who am I taking to Los Angeles? Let me see.
How the host just disappeared? What are we doing here?
Who are you taking to Los Angeles?
Yeah, I said, who am I taking to LA with me? Let's see.
Hello.
like Marcus is here.
Hello? Is that even a question?
Like, God,
But no, Rodney, you missed this one because let me tell you how. So I love Tom Phillips. I don't care what anybody says. So
Cool,
me and very, very nice. Me and Danny so we upstairs. So it was weird because it was in a house of blues. So like the dance like downstairs was like the stage and the open area, but everybody like all like the wrestlers and everybody was upstairs. So we was upstairs. And my homegirl sees Tom Phillips and she know I love him. So she was like, Tom, my friend, she loves you. He was like, really? I said, I love you, Tom Phillips. Don't let nobody tell you different. Took a picture with me. Then the next thing, fucking AJ Francis asked, we at the bar. And I'm like, saying he was on stage originally with Hit Row. And then he was at the bar. And I said, you say you was going to rap. So what happened? When I tell you, he spent a whole 16 in front of me. Just because I pressed him about it. He just started spitting. And I was just like, okay, cool. All right. You're valid. Because you never know these things. So, and then it was cool, kind of full circle, because then we interviewed Brianna B.
Mm-hmm.
And she kind of like told us the whole like cipher thing, which was really cool because she was like, yeah, they didn't know how a cipher actually was. They didn't know what it would like, how to do it. They didn't know anything.
Wow.
And they kept like showing. So yeah, so she was telling us the way that it showed on TV was kind of what they wanted, but it wasn't a cipher. So we were all like, why are we calling it this?
Right.
Because they don't know no better.
That was the studio vignette, right? Where they were all just
no.
That was when
they did it on NXT.
They did it on NXT. They did it. They
had when they were in the ring. Okay, yeah, I remember.
They came down. Yeah, they did the whole joint down the ramp and into the ring.
That was essentially a concert, really. Like,
yeah,
just concert performance. Like,
rather than a cipher.
She acknowledged, but I will say that it just. Like those like WrestleMania weekend, even though people like try to shit on it, like it's the best weekend to like just chill, network, see people you haven't seen in such a long time. Like literally, we was upstairs at that bar and JTG came up and I saw him and he looked at me and we had a moment. We were like, what's that? Like those are the moments you live for. Like you want to be able to just chill.
It's because of Janelle that I got the whole Rich Swan's bags. Why he went to go meet Bret Hart, because she stopped him after during WrestleCon, and she was talking to him, and was like, "Yo," he was like, "I really want to meet Bret Hart." Me and Anthony go, "Well, he's in the other room right over here." He goes, "Is there a long line?" I was like, "You're Rich Swan. Just walk up to him." Like, he goes, "Hold my bags." We were sitting there holding his suitcase while he went to go see Bret Hart.
You could have did.
So you know, Rodney, where you fucked up is you should have got his contact info and had him on your show. That's where y'all messed up.
He was world champ at that point, right?
I think he might have just lost it because Kenny was champ, right?
Yeah.
If it was last.
Wait. What was it? WrestleMania 35?
Yes.
Yeah, it was here.
No, he wasn't.
I don't think he was champion at that time. He actually he just cut off all his hair. So that's what threw me off.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I saw him, I was like, oh, hey. Yeah. My bad, Rodney. I didn't think he was gonna ask y'all to hold him back.
No, but we were glad to. We were like,
right.
But they place to the point of WrestleMania weekend is just, you don't know who you're gonna run into. You can walk around and just run into people.
Yo, we had got up and we only went to WrestleCon, like the one in Dallas. We had only went because, like, if anyone that knows the Java Face podcast, our beginnings, Wilkins loves Nia Jax. Loves Nia Jax.
Yeah.
So we were like, so she was doing the meet and greet at WrestleCon. So we was like, yo, we gotta take him. Like, if there's no one else we need, it has to be Nia Jax. When I tell y'all, no one can tell me nothing bad about her because she was by far the sweetest person. She talked to us. Yeah. She had a whole photo shoot with Wilkins. Like, we had already took our picture and told him that wait, come back and take more pictures. Like, meeting her was dope. And then, you know, my new fave is Nick Aldis because he said I'm his favorite. So, of course, he's my fave. But yeah, no, it's just listen. My advice: just get yourselves out there, go to shows, go to conventions, just go. Like if you ever doubt it, don't doubt it. Just go. It's worth it.
I learned my lesson not talking to D'Lo Brown.
Yo, you scaredy cat. You're a scaredy cat.
I was so scared.
Yo,
I was so scared, and I was just
How
coming.
was you scared?
I literally was just talking to Coco Beware, and literally turned around, and I see D'Lo Brown sitting there. I was a statue. Anthony goes, "Go say, talk to him."
I can tell.
I was like,
I can tell you this. I can tell you this too. And we were at Impact taping as well, and D'Lo Brown was just sitting there, just waiting for the show to start. And I said, "Go up to him." And he's like, "No, he's ready to produce his show." I said, "Be a man and go up to him, like he's your favorite wrestler."
All right,
like,
Mulan, chill.
Wait, Rodney, that's your favorite wrestler? Why am I just knowing this?
It's one of my favorite wrestlers, and growing up,
head chicken, headache, migraine, D'Lo.
Is it the walk, D'Lo? Is it because of the walk?
It's the head. It's the head.
That's how I fell in love with the European title. So
you're the real deal now.
Oh man,
it was everything about him. That's
how Mr. Black met him. That's exactly how he just was stuck. Like we had went to WrestleCade. So WrestleCade is actually a convention down in Winston-Salem, North Carolina during Thanksgiving weekend. It's where the old people go, but we go. And we got to. It was dope because this last year we got to meet D'Lo. Well, we had already knew D'Lo, but we the boys got to meet him. I had already met him, and then but also meeting Ron Simmons. That shit was dope. I will say that.
I saw that.
That shit was hard.
To meet Ron Simmons.
Because he still looked like he could go. Like if you compare him and how Ric Flair looks right now, Ron Simmons is going to give you a solid 30 minutes.
Don't crack.
Ric Flair about to give y'all about two minutes.
All right, so here's a question for the room, and we don't have to. I guess we don't have to like go crazy into the story, but wrestler you didn't expect to meet and where.
Oh, I got.
I'll start first.
So yeah, all right. So let's go. So let's do this. We'll go stretch, and then we'll do it like a snake. We'll go to QS, then we'll go up to Rod, and then go up, and then we'll finish it out.
I don't have anybody.
Right, so I got two, but the one that strikes me the most
it better not be mine.
It's the late great Brody Lee. I got to meet him. Where I used to work in Madison Square Garden, and I was a supervisor there. So I was taking some stuff to a stand, and I had to take the freight elevator. So normally for wrestling shows, freight elevator is where most of talents who's ever performing or some of the players or anything like that. That's how they travel throughout the building because it's not an often used elevator for the public. And I'm sitting there waiting for my stuff, and this big bearded, hillbilly looking guy comes up. And I was like, oh my God. Like at the time he was working for WWE, so he's Luke Harper. I said, man, I'm a huge fan of your work. This, that, and the third. I've been following your career for so long. And when I tell you he was the nicest human being that I got to meet. Like he was so personable, very easy to talk to. He shook my hand. Like when I told him that, he put his hand out and was like, you know what, I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. And we talked very quickly. Like he told me about his wife and son at the time. He was super, super nice. Like God bless him. Cool. He was such a nice man.
That's cool.
He went out of his way to be personable, which is all I could ask for ever as a fan. And just God bless him and his family. He's so good.
Corey says she met Disco Inferno at a mall and Buff Bagwell
at first,
at Walmart.
I'm gonna say Buff Bagwell at Walmart.
All places you expect to wrestle.
Of all places.
I feel like Q it's just cheating at this point with you.
Pretty much.
Don't do that.
And you can't say work.
Wait,
I don't want you to say work because he works at Barclays.
I work at Barclays.
So then that doesn't count. It has to be outside of Barclays.
Yeah. Yeah, it can't. Yeah, that don't count. Just honestly, we shouldn't have counted Stretch because I know he's met
he doesn't
many
work there
people
anymore.
too.
I got another one.
Yeah, but he has tons. No, we don't want your other one. It's cheating.
I got another one.
Uno.
We used to work together in Toys R Us.
Yeah, and that's why I didn't want you to take mine, you jerk.
Oh, really?
That's how we met.
Yeah, when I was doing Marvin's Magic.
He was doing Marvin's Magic, and I was toiling behind.
You were a vendor.
Me, yeah. Old news. But I was right next to Action, so that's how we all,
That's how we.
And I've known this man for almost 10 years, if not 10 years.
Sales.
Oh my God, we used to have a blast. Wait, who's your other one? Stretch. Go ahead.
Kofi Kingston.
You jerk. Oh.
Kofi Kingston, Mark Henry I met Hornswoggle at Toys R Us.
Oh, I got an actually really good Kofi story.
Oh,
actually,
I got a good Mark Henry story. It was actually the same day Stretch met him.
Mark Henry's. Before that day,
I got a good Mark Henry story.
Television doesn't do Mark Henry justice.
Damn sure it doesn't.
As far as how wide Mark Henry is, he's a huge man. But Kofi again, he was like a really nice guy. He was looking for an action figure of himself, and I happened to be in the area. And I jokingly said, I was like, "This is the last one of you. Are you looking for this?" He's like, "As a matter of fact, I am." I was like, it was like SummerSlam weekend. It was like the first time they started doing the SummerSlam events in Brooklyn, New York.
Oh yeah,
just opened, and the next moving to Brooklyn, so everything was coming through New York.
Right.
So a bunch of the WWE superstars were in Toys R Us that year. It was like him, Hornswoggle, David Otunga.
I miss Becky Lynch there.
It's raw right there. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you
so much, brother.
It was he was very nice, very personable, and I was very shocked when he did not speak to me in a Jamaican accent. This is before he was billed from Ghana, West Africa. I was like, wait, not really Jamaican?
Q, you got somebody outside? You cheat?
I mean, no, the only, like I said, granted, obviously, I know because I work at Barclays. I've been there for all the SummerSlams. I was there for Survivor Series, so I've seen it all. But I'll give another story that happened in Barclays that happened to an ex-coworker that happened to them. But I think what's still surreal is I met Brock Lesnar in Queens Center Mall.
That's dope.
I'm not gonna lie, that was actually the first time I seen Brock before I seen him at my job. It was actually because I, seeing Brock, it was just like, shopping, and it was just like you see him from afar, and just like, he was just there shopping. Yeah, exactly because you think about it, Brock is a Viking. He's a Viking. He's to himself. You think like, oh, he doesn't want to talk to anybody. He's like mean. You think he's mean, but it's like, saw Brock, and he's like, just walked right past. And it's like, wow, that's Brock Lesnar. And it's just like, we just said hi, and he's just like, hey, how's it going? Like, Brock is actually like, believe it or not, Brock's actually like very fucking nice.
He's nice, yeah. I have
most of the scary ones are.
I've met him.
But that's what kind of had me stuck because I'm like, well, this guy can kill me. Like, he really can literally physically kill me at any point in time. Like, I used to be like terrified of Brock Lesnar growing up. So I was like looking at him and like he's like just mad, this nice gentle giant. Like, and I said like, it's a pleasure to meet you, sir. I mean, he's like, oh, thank you so much and everything. And leave him alone because he's with his family. So just back away. But I think another funny story, I know this has nothing to do with me, but I was in the vicinity of when it happened. It was one of SummerSlam. I think it was SummerSlam, the SummerSlam where it was Brock and Undertaker. They were the main event. And
the first one,
the very first one, yes.
The trash ass ending. Yeah, I remember that.
So there was a coworker of mine. He acted like he was such like a wrestling savant, like fanatic. He was just so he knew everything. But then Triple H had walked right past. Triple H just walked past me because I was in the back. Walked past me and then walked past him. And I guess like he looked at coworker and like gave a nod like, hey, how's it going? And the guy was just like, oh.
Froze up.
Triple H. No, it's not. He not only froze up, he fainted. Not only did he fainted,
wow.
He fainted,
oh shit!
Not only did he also pissed on himself. So it was just.
Oh wow!
It was like an awkward moment because it was like Triple H is like looking in my direction, I'm looking in his direction. I'm just like, I had to kind of like call on the radio to be like, we kind of need help. And to this day, like that coworker, before he had left, he would always sit here and just be like, "Yeah, man, like whoever that guy that happened to, like, couldn't believe he fainted." What a clown! And we all looked at him like it was you. We know, why it was. It was just like, and he tried to just play it off. That was what was a funny moment. But yeah, that he fainted in front of Triple H. It was like, oh wow, that's crazy.
Mine was two. I had two. And I feel like this one really doesn't count because I was already there, but it was unexpected though. So the first one is when I first walked into WrestleCon and we were coming down the escalator, me and Anthony, and we see somebody hiding behind a pillar.
Oh,
they had a rolly bag. They had a rolly bag, and I was like, "Oh, that person looked mad familiar." So holy shit, Scott. He's hiding behind a pillar, mixing a cup of coffee. Fucking Scott is wide as hell. Like you honestly can tell it's him. And he's sitting there staring like, hey, Mr. Steiner, how you doing? Damn, I saw me. Yeah, how you doing, man? I was like, you hiding behind this little pillar. You might want to step behind a door or something. We can see you clearly. Like people are piling in, so you might want to run and hide. I was just trying to get this cup of coffee in before I have to shake hands or sign anything. I was like, do your thing, man. I'm not here to bother you. I'm just giving you some advice, man. Because I'm at the top of the escalator. So, that was one moment, and then the second one was when Andrew's birthday. The first time I ever met Janelle actually was at an ROH show where I met the Undertaker guy, and I took a picture with him, which was super duper fun. And on our way to BBQs, walking past us with his whole family was super crazy.
That's cool.
And I was like,
"That's cool."
Oh snap! Super crazy. How you doing? Hi. I was like, where you going? Gotta get on the road. I was like, oh man, Joe.
Gotta go on the
road.
That's crazy.
Walk with his family, just. I'm like, I'm on my way to get some wings, and this guy over here just walking to the city. Look at this. And he was a nice guy too. So those are my two moments. The Scott Steiner one always cracks me up because I don't know who
that's such a good story
from. And super crazy just was that random. I'm over here trying to get some Henny rings, and this guy over here just walking with his family, just chilling. Oh man, it was dope. It was a dope
Mark?
moment.
All right, so mine, I got.
I'm sorry. I know that was just for you.
Mine, I got 4 actually, but they're gonna be quick ones. I'm not gonna take up a lot of time. So the one I want to bring up, it's actually not an encounter, but I want to bring it up because Janelle mentioned Nick Aldis before. So I used to work for TSA back in the day. TSA is actually how I met you guys, Kay and Janelle. You guys know Richie Figueroa.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually how me and Richie met years back. That's a story for another day. But I was down in baggage and I was checking bags, and I got Nick Aldis's bag with his gear, his title in it, everything. Wow. Yeah, I got to hold that title in my hands for free.
10 pounds of gold.
Oh, I was about to ask because which title was it? Was it
TNA or the 10 pounds?
Right.
No, it was the
NWA.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, 10 pounds of gold.
Yes.
Oh man, that's such a gorgeous belt. I got to hold that title in my hands for free because I checked his bag personally.
You should be honored.
Second one, I'm gonna say, I was on a checkpoint. It was my last customer of the night. Customer, I should say passenger. Actually, my last passenger of the night was Rob Van Dam.
That's cool.
Was he still?
He's cool as shit. He's cool as shit.
That was the one.
That's dope.
That was a good encounter. That was a good encounter. Rob Van Dam's mad cool. Bad encounter. JBL. JBL is
that doesn't shock me.
Fucking asshole. That man is
that's not surprising.
An asshole. And he's racist as fuck. I'm sorry. He's mad racist.
Go.
JBL is mad racist.
The man's from deep Texas. Not shocking.
I mean,
and then the
so
last
is Mark
one,
though, but Mark loves us, so don't do that.
Yeah, but Mark's different.
Mm-hmm.
The last one was, and this is probably the best one. So I was actually on my way to training. I was on my way to training. I had to go to Federal Circle at JFK to get off, catch the van, go downstairs, go train. Mm-hmm. I get on the escalator. There's a dude in front of me with a ponytail. And I'm like, from the back, he looks hella fucking familiar. And I'm looking at his tattoos. I'm like, yo, I've seen this guy before. So he turns around real quick and he looks up at me and he smiles and he gets ready to ask me a question because I'm in uniform and he needed directions on where to go. Jeff Hardy.
That's dope.
He was on the air train with me the whole fucking time and I had no idea he was there.
Damn.
Nice.
And he's just looking up at me, smiling, ready to just ask me a question. And I was like, that's cool. Oh, and by the way, every time Mark Henry used to come through, Mark Henry used to always come through in a wheelchair. Always come through in a wheelchair because he got better legs. All that heavy lifting, all the music heavy lifting. In a wheelchair. Him and Fat Man Scoop.
Grand Timberland. Sorry. Every time.
I was
Fat Man Scoop is my dude.
Every time. Yeah, you got to do it.
I used to push Scoop to the front of the line all the time.
That's real.
My boy.
Watch You Got Served now.
Yeah, right?
I think it's on Netflix.
Now drop. Such an underrated song. True.
I got
not Rosemary.
Okay, I got 3 real quick.
Rosemary.
When I was younger, my brother played Little League against Taz's son Hook. And I met Taz.
Okay.
I met Taz.
That's 2022 relevant. That's great.
I met Taz at one of my brother's games. And then I met also Mick Foley in my doctor's office.
Nice.
Really? All of a sudden I looked up and I was like, is that Mick Foley? Yes, I met him. And then I was on the way to Vegas for an Islander Vegas game for the first time. They were going to be in Vegas because Vegas is one of the new teams. And I'm walking after getting through security and everything, and I see to my right, Bray Wyatt.
That's it.
Bray Wyatt is one of the nicest motherfuckers you ever meet.
I've heard that too.
He said to me, at the time my phone wasn't really backed up, so I needed to delete some pictures to get a picture with him. But he said to me, if you want, later on, there are more of us coming through this airport. If you want to meet everybody, and I said, I'm on the. I'm actually getting on a flight to Vegas, but also I saw Mandy Rose pass by with her family. I saw JBL. I saw what else? I saw pass by me. I saw Road Dogg pass by me, but I didn't go up to them and bother them because they were with their families and stuff. Like, to me, I will never. Rodney knows this. If they're with family or anything, I don't invade people's personal. I don't invade people's personal space.
I understand that.
That's big.
When me and Rodney were on the way home from Texas, we saw JTG in the terminal, and I said, "Thank you for the awesome time that you had during the weekend," and that was it. But I have a personal rule that I don't bother people at airports. I don't bother people at hotels. Yeah. If I pay to meet somebody, I'll pay to meet them, and I won't bother them outside of like anything, unless they run it. If I run into them, random, not stalking them, like a lot of other people do.
The only person I ever did that to, and I'm so happy I did it, DMX. Because I got off the air train. I got off the air train coming.
Hey, yo, Doc,
literally,
what you doing?
He actually fucking talks like that.
I think that I know that if you live in New York, everybody got
a story on DMX.
I literally got off the air train. I was coming into work one day. I was coming into work one day, and I got off the air train, and DMX was right there on the platform.
Hey, yo, this train goes north and south.
At 7:30 in the morning on my way to Disney. I sit down at JFK. Trish goes to get breakfast. I'm just sitting there. And I just hear this man like cough next to me. I look, guess who it was? The legend himself,
it was higher pitch.
Bobby fucking Brown.
Bobby Brown.
My shit was right next to his. And I say, what's going on, Bobby? How you doing? Good morning, brother. How are you? Doing good.
Was it before or after the cocaine?
This was I post everything. I think Whitney just passed.
Oh no, I meant that moment.
So it was like he was going to LA. So we didn't really get in deep conversation. It's 7:30 in the morning. I'm not trying to bother this man. I just wanted to say hello. And I said hello to him. He said hello back to me. And they said now boarding Los Angeles 1 through. He got up.
Yep.
Got on the school, man. I was like, I just met the.
Met the
so
I tell Trisha, I just met Bobby Brown. She goes, who? Never mind.
Damn.
Never mind. No.
Oh boy.
I
can't see
Rodney,
just know it was your prerogative.
If you don't teach your wife about Bobby,
she believes that "Can You Stand the Rain" is the worst song ever.
What?
My brother's in the music. Like I tell everybody this, my brother's in the music business. My brother wanted to hang her. What? When he found out, he goes, "Are you serious?" He goes, "Nah, come outside, bro. Come on."
like, does she not like recognize the Nahu? Just the first 2 seconds of the song.
This is what
makes the song
right. Yo, instantly.
I listen to it so much. I think she's getting tired of it.
What's her best song ever? Now I have to ask. What's her best song ever?
I don't even know. That's
don't ask.
Like, are you
serious? If it's bye, I'm done. So
she's your wife. You should know that.
It's probably this.
Oh man, that hurts my heart. Like, dude's like, what? Hold on.
Are you joking? I was
like, as long as she doesn't say Elvis, she's good.
Oh hell no, that's not.
I mean, but that's a lot of
Elvis is not allowed.
Nah,
as long as she don't say Elvis.
Don't come here with no blue suede shoes. Don't come here with no Jailhouse Rock. I don't want to hear nothing. Yeah. You a thief and a racist. You can stay home.
Yeah, true.
So
check this out,
right? Not welcome to this house.
So I met the same day Stretch met Mark Henry.
Are you going out of order, sir?
No, it's a snake. I'll go after Drew.
Fair.
Crooked snake.
I had you. I got you.
After the Drew.
I got you.
Oh, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah, saving the best for last because Striker didn't have anything. So, the same day Stretch met Mark Henry, do y'all remember the Marvel's Magic drawing board where it had the ink on the inside and the paper with the colors, and you move the ink to try to draw something, and it had the T shape?
It was a TV product.
It was essentially a black backboard, and you had the little piece to like.
So if y'all were to see it, you would recognize it for sure because there was ads all while we were growing up and all of that. So I was doing that. A wife and a daughter comes, and I'm showing, I'm making jokes, blah blah blah. She takes it, walks away. It was Mark Henry's wife and daughter. So they came over, and y'all remember how the old Toys R Us in Times Square was? Yeah. The elevator was right in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Second floor was, you went one way. It was action, where all the action figures was.
Yep.
And then, but right in front, when you come out of the elevator, that's where the drawing board was, or that's where one of the vendors were. And then on their way back to go down the elevator, he came over. I showed it to Mark Henry, and he was like, "Hey, thank you so much. My daughter's really, really, is really gonna like this." And his hand was like that. I was like, "Holy monkey of pearl! Like, this is crazy." Like, his hand's huge as shit. Like,
that's what I said to John Cena.
Yeah, I bet.
When I met him, that's exactly. I had a question. I was ready, and right when I saw him, I said, "Why is your hand so big?" Continue.
He probably gave you that face. And then and then leaving Madame Tussauds. This was during the dark times. During Madame Tussauds, I was walking to the train station. We got out late. It was like a 9:00 closing or whatever, 10:00, and walking right past Aladdin is Big E in the fucking blue New Day jumpsuit, and I got the picture to this day.
This was early New Day.
They were kind of out of the whole choir situation,
but they still had the blue and white.
Yes,
right.
So that ugly winter hat I got, it's with that stupid hat. So, but I saw him and I was like, "I'm sorry, sir. I don't even think I said sir. I was like, yo, man, I'm just a really big fan. Y'all are killing it. I appreciate everything y'all done." Now and before, and do you mind if I take a picture? He was like, "Yeah, man, cool." Like, I was like, "I'm sorry to bother you. I don't want to bother you." He was so cool. And I met Sheamus without all of the makeup, and damn, he white.
Yeah,
damn, that boy white.
I also met him at a Boston bar.
I met him outside of the Hilton Hotel on 42nd Street.
Wow.
Like he was just out there. I don't know.
Literally can't miss him at that point.
Yeah, and he was wearing the Kango with no Kango on the back, like just one of the hats. And what I couldn't remember what it was called. But that was pretty dope.
That man is like off-white, bro.
He's off-white. He's white.
No, he's Blanco. He's Blanco. It's not even like
he's the widest end of the spectrum.
Yeah.
He's like, you know how they say, don't head towards that light. It's him.
Yeah, that works.
Like, you know what? When he said that white noise, get with the gimmick, that missed the mark on that one.
No, that wasn't a gimmick. That's really him.
It's him. Don't go towards the light. He's like, oh no, come fella. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh wow. He's like Larry Bird, peak 1984.
Yeah. Ooh, okay.
If it wasn't for that, honestly, if it wasn't for the beard, I wouldn't know it was another human being there.
Did you just call Sheamus a homunculus? What are you trying to say?
He's that right. This is the end of the show, ladies and gentlemen. Nah. Ellie, I know you got a weird ass. A weird ass.
I got a few. They're not even really weird. I guess they'll be quick though. The year Mania was in Orlando, that Monday, it was hilarious. So the Monday where Roman got like booed for 10 minutes straight, totally missed that whole segment, by the way. So there's a piece to that. Totally missed that whole shit. But that day we had went to Disney. Spent the day at the park, took pictures from the Space Mountain, all that shit. We get to this ride. No, I was like, yo, we cannot leave without getting on this ride. And no, I'm lying. It was Universal Monday. We was in Universal. I said we cannot leave unless we get on this ride. It was the Mummy because it's my favorite ride at Universal. Mm-hmm. We get on the line. We get on because they have the line where it's like if it's solo or you with group. We just like fuck it. We gotta get out of here. So let's just all get on. We get on, and my homie goes, "Yo, Bailey's in the front." I said, "Shut the fuck up." No, she's not. And he goes, "No, she's in the front." I was like, I said, "Oh shit, it's Bailey." Okay, cool. We're gonna get on this ride. We get on the ride. I have a picture of the picture because we was like, we're not gonna buy it. But I was like, we need proof though. So there's a picture of, I'll show it to you if I find it. A picture of us on that ride and Bailey's in the front. But what's cool is all of us are in the same like row going up. So like if you cut it, is we all behind Bailey. So that's the first one. The second one is actually I'm good for going somewhere for a day and coming back. I had met the Undertaker, my homegirl Angie. Me and her are big Undertaker fans. So we was like, he was doing a meet and greet because that's rare to find Undertaker on a meet and greet. So it was the same weekend as NXT TakeOver War Games and Survivor Series. I had always dreamed to go to War Games. I love Dusty. I love the concept. So I was like, I'll fly in for the meet and greet because it was earlier that Saturday. We'll go to War Games and I'll fly back home because we had the viewing party. So I get to the airport. Who did I fly? Did I fly into O'Hare or one of them airports? I get to the airport. I'm meeting up my homeboy because he was on a different flight. I'm literally walking in baggage claim to meet him, and me and CM Punk do this in the airport. And this is when he was coming back into Chicago from doing the Fox thing when he was out in LA. So we literally looked at each other and it was just like that head nod. We had that moment. So that was cool. WrestleMania in New Orleans. I stood on 2.5 hours to meet Kenny Omega. Low key hungover, but it was worth it. It's cool. As we were leaving, because we all had to start getting ready to go to the stadium. So I'm like, okay, cool. Should we take the steps or the elevator? Lazy me. I'm like, let's take the elevator. Fuck that. So we waiting for the elevator. And mind you, if you've ever been to like a WrestleCon, like it's hard to get on the elevator because everybody's coming up and down. But I said, fuck it, we'll wait. Literally, the elevator door opens up. Stone Cold walks out. I said, oh shit, it's Austin. And he looked at me and I looked at him. I was like,
yeah.
So my homeboy I think he has a video of that. I think he recorded me fucking losing it over Austin real quick. And then the last one is the best one, I will say. I've met tons of wrestlers or whatever, but this one was kind of it meant something because the night Kofi Kingston won at WrestleMania. So I had some friends in town from Arizona, and they do a podcast. And I don't know if y'all know Mega Ran, like y'all probably seen him, heard about him. So
met him at Survivor Series this past year.
So that's the homie. That's family. So they were in town. I was kind of hosting them, and they were so at the end of every, like, I guess, Mania, they have like an after party type of situation at the host hotel. So they're really close with Kofi's brother, and they're really cool with Xavier Woods. Like, they're cool with New Day. So we were leaving Legends, and they were like, "Yo, how do we get back to Brooklyn?" And I was like, "Oh, I'll take y'all to the hotel. Like, it's on my way home." We get to the host hotel. Niggas is trying to figure out how to get into this party. I'm just like, I'm just gonna wait for either I'm getting to this party or I'm gonna wait for my ride home. Something's gonna happen. And and it was funny because so while we sitting, waiting, hanging out, I see fucking Seth and Becky, and this is right before they had, like, came out as like a couple.
Oh, shit.
So Seth and Becky walk up, like they were coming up the escalator together, and I was like, "Oh shit, they really together." And then they got in the elevator. I said, "Oh, they for real." And so Mega Ran and them was like, "All right, so Kofi got a few passes. We gonna alternate." They was trying to finesse to get in this party, and I was just like, "Listen, I'm cool. I'm good. Y'all worry about y'all. I'm good." So then he's like, "All right, it's cool," but he was like, "Yo, Kofi's gonna come down and, like, we gonna figure this out." So Kofi comes down. So mind you, this is literally 2 hours after him winning the title at MetLife. So he comes down. When I tell you, they are the coolest. New Day, period. Coolest to meet and to talk to. Literally, I have a picture, but I had never met him. So to meet him for the first time, actually, no, I met him before. To meet him the night he won his first, like, WWE title, and him being, like, the kind of, like, the first black man to do it at WrestleMania type of thing, it meant something.
Yeah.
So everybody's like, nah, like, we all, like, thank you, like, you did it for the culture, like, we all giving him praises and flowers. And he's like, nah, like, thank y'all for supporting me, like. And everybody was like, yo, can we take a picture? So I have a picture. Of course, I'm the only girl in these situations, but we all kind of, like, we did this, you know, the Lion King when Simba gets raised. So we also, the boys lifted Kofi, and we all in the picture together, like kind of like lifting him up.
That's hilarious.
But it was just so random because it was at the Marriott in downtown Brooklyn.
Wow.
And then the very last one, going back to SummerSlam, that first one that was here in Brooklyn, that first year. After SummerSlam, we had went to juniors, and then I was going home. This is when I lived uptown, so I was going the opposite direction. And then I get to the train, and I'm like, yo, I gotta pee. Like, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm like, okay, I gotta find a bar. So I find a bar around the corner on J Street. And I sit there, and they say, I'm like, they're not gonna let me pee unless I buy a drink. So I bought a drink. I'm sitting at the bar. I don't already use the bathroom. And fucking Dean Ambrose, Renee Young, and like two or three other people came into the bar. So at the time, I'm like a huge Dean Ambrose fan. Anyone that knew me knew I love me some Dean Ambrose. John Moxley's cool, but I love me some Dean Ambrose. So I'm at the bar, and I'm like telling the bartender, I'm like, yo, do you not know who that is? Like, he didn't know shit. He's like, I don't know. I said, do me a favor. What's he drinking? He said, whiskey. I said, send him another shot of whiskey. And I get it.
There you go.
So he said the shot. He gave him the shot. And then Dean looked at me. He said, thank you. I said, you're welcome. And then that was it. But it's always weird moments with us. But those are kind of the few cool ones.
That's dope.
Run for Dean Ambrose. Man, dang.
Right.
Listen, I was trying to buy in New Orleans. We was trying to get Andrade a drink, but first of all, they know no fucking English, so he was just like, I don't know.
Oh God.
We was at one of the bars on Bourbon, and everybody was in that bar up and down, and we had we saw him and a few other guys, and we was just like, yo, like, we love what you guys are doing on NXT. Let's get you a drink. That nigga ain't no English. I don't know how Charlotte is talking to him. I hope she taught him English because at that time he did not know nothing.
Apparently, he's better.
He better be.
He married to a Flair. He better be.
Okay. He better be.
Just walk around the house going, woo!
Sir, it's not woo. It's El Woo.
El Lucio. El Lucio. That's hilarious.
El Woo.
Man.
That's like Sammy going El sucks. Like what? Jesus Christmas.
Oh Lord.
Damn, we all got some stories for days, huh? Well, no, some way more than others. But all right. So what I was thinking was I'm gonna do one more round of this and that, this or that, or whatever, and then we'll close out the show. Y'all cool with that?
Sounds like a plan, man.
All right. So how am I gonna play this? Striker. I'm trying not to go like too left field, but still popular. Naruto or Bleach?
Bleach.
What?
Bleach.
Interesting. Interesting.
Naruto has not aged well.
Well, I mean, first
Naruto's not aged
Naruto hasn't aged well.
I mean,
Drew. VR Troopers.
No.
Or Big Bad Beetleborgs.
You could have gave me that one.
I don't know that.
You don't? How old are you?
That one, bro.
He wasn't alive.
Drew, how old are you?
see how Striker just lit up? He like,
years old.
You're 20 what?
I'm 28 years old.
You're 28.
Oh, yeah, nah, my bad.
Jesus.
My bad.
That don't mean nothing.
Pokemon. Nah, it's cool.
You
Pokemon
right,
or
but-
Digimon.
Oh, Pokemon. Fuck Digimon.
Whoa.
No,
You watch your filthy mouth.
Watch your mouth, sir.
You watch your dirty mouth.
Watch your mouth, sir.
You lit liquor.
Answer. Yes.
Liquor.
That is a
Watch your
perfect
mouth.
answer right there.
It is.
Shit. Digimon's
Andrew, I'm on your side for that one.
whatever,
you,
y'all
Shush.
idiot. Mark.
See.
Kurt Angle or Shelton Benjamin.
Wow.
Not hard.
To which, by the way, just came back. I just read, so happy for him.
Good. You'll see me in the ring shortly.
There is only one appropriate answer to that question, and it's neither of the options that he gave.
That's a
Neither of the options.
I don't
Only
like
one
this one
appropriate
too much,
answer
man.
to that question.
I hate you.
I don't like this one, man.
Sorry, bro.
Why? I think it's an easy pick.
I know
It's not
easy.
though.
It's
but it's
somewhat
not,
of an
though.
easy pick, but are we talking like?
No, bro. All of it.
Oh.
Oh,
The whole
all of it.
shebang.
'Cause I was about to say, if we're talking Perk Angle, that's number one. Perk Angle is number one.
Perk Angle was undefeated.
Yeah, no. Hands down.
Park Angle was doing backflips off of stages.
Oh my god.
Everything.
the X division, off the X division.
Off the F, yup.
Popping right back up.
Off the six-sided cage. Nah,
My
son.
God.
Park Angle,
Don't know the
Park
meaning
Angle
of the
was
word.
proofed out
Come
by his
on.
peak on the Howard Stern show.
Yo,
Kurt Angle was peak wrestling.
Yeah,
He
I gotta
was.
go with Kurt Angle, man.
Peak
Kurt Angle
wrestling.
used to be one of my favorite wrestlers back in the
That's
day, bro.
fair.
Oh man.
all right.
That was
Stretch.
kind of a tough one for me, but
I was
We're
actually.
gonna do old and new. You ready?
Okay.
Bobby the Brain Heenan or Mr. Darius Carter.
Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Okay.
I gotta
That
go
was
Bobby
gonna be
Heenan.
much tougher for you.
Greatest-
But that's your favorite of all time, so I
Bobby the Brain Heenan.
set you up for that.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, a friend in need is a pest.
Q. That's a stupid catalog. Let's go with Jay-Z
That's a question.
Strong first choice.
or
There's already one answer, so I don't even know why
I
I gave
agree,
him that.
but
Vibes Cartel.
Oh my god.
What?
Who? That would have threw him off completely.
That's a good insider. Like,
Wait, who'd you say?
Off completely.
He
Vibes
said Vibes Cartel.
Oh
Like,
shit.
What?
That's a great.
Yeah,
Would have threw him off completely.
You know what? Keep it simple. Hov and Nas.
Oh please.
That's too easy. That's too easy.
Not even that's too easy because I honestly I would have said neither, but it would have been. I choose Jay. I choose Jay.
Oh, you know what? No. You know what? No. Let's flip it. Let's flip it. You ready? Fabulous or Jadakiss?
Ooh.
Oh, that's
Kiss.
fucking Jadakiss.
Okay.
Like Jadakiss.
Jadakiss.
Like I've never been a Fab fan. Never have. Like,
okay.
Freestyles is cool.
See, me and you, brother. That's why you my brother, man.
Good, bro.
That's why you my brother.
I think like Fab is too much of now. He's trying to be like a supermodel, and instead of being a rapper, it's just like, I ain't feeling it too much.
I was trying to think of somebody that would match Hov's catalog. Like I was gonna say Wayne, but I
there's nobody that matches.
Nobody's gonna match that actually.
There is nobody.
Rod.
Technical internet difficulties.
That's good. Now you good?
It's all good. Better than most.
Oh God, why is it so difficult? All right, this is gonna be weird, but based off of a conversation we had extremely recently.
Okay.
Being a father or being a brother?
Oh man.
Ooh.
You never. I'm going to pick being a dad because either one you can never stop doing. No matter how old your kid gets, you're always going to be their father.
Mm-hmm.
And you're always going to have brothers around you, no matter how old you get.
But the blood.
I want to answer this question too, man.
Older with your brothers, so but I would have definitely say it was no better moment than seeing my daughter for the first time.
Absolutely.
I like this question.
Shout out to all the dads in the room.
I know. I was
getting. If you a dad.
Shout out to the fathers.
Happy Father's Day coming up.
Yep.
Father's Day this Sunday.
Shout out to y'all, seriously.
Juneteenth and Father's Day. Let's celebrate Black fathers. Yes.
Look, this is one of my favorite things. That was last year. Happy Father's Day. Yeah, this was
heartwarming.
Right in front of my female sayings, because when that moves, they can blow up some shit.
Okay.
Nelly.
Okay.
Damn. Tiffer. No, just playing.
Tiffany.
Joy. Oh! I had it. You ready?
No, because I know there was only one other person he could have said, and it's definitely not that. So always Tiffany.
Or
because I'm a real friend.
Ooh, wait, time out. I'm lost now. I'm super confused.
Think about it.
Off the air.
Think about it. Who wedding she gonna be in?
Oh. Yeah, no. I wouldn't have did that.
My bad. I chose violence. That was on me.
You good. Look, you out work longer than you thought you were.
It's been a long week, guys. I'm sorry. I chose violence. My bad.
So I'm probably gonna get in trouble for this, and you don't have to answer it.
So then why you asking me? I'll answer it. You said say it again.
Faye or Swole?
Oh.
And it's not. Wait, hold on. Let me preface it like this. This isn't who's a better person. This isn't like I know she has love for both of them. It's nothing crazy.
Oh no, I love my sisters. I'm gonna say Faye because don't get me wrong, love both of my sisters. I spoke to Swole earlier today just to make sure she's good for Sunday. That's family, like hands down. But I say Faye because back in 2020, when originally WrestleMania was supposed to be in Tampa the first time,
right?
She was doing the Gray Sweatpants Battle Royal.
Oh boy.
And she had asked me to do commentary the first time around. And I was like, sis, no, but yes, but no. So that was 2020. So we were all gearing up, excited, and then Corona said, fuck all that shit. We're not doing nothing.
Psych.
So then fast forward to last year, 2021, where finally WrestleMania Tampa happens. And she does the Great Sweatpants Battle Royal, and I did commentary with Tasha Steeles. Which I didn't know. I didn't know I was doing commentary with her until literally she came up and sat next to me.
That's
and I was
cool.
like, hey, sis.
That's so cool because I'm a big Steeles fan.
Oh, no, she, hands down, I'm so happy for her and the success she has an Impact. Like, she's destined for bigger things even from there. But
Impact will always support the women, and I appreciate it.
Correct. They have the second best women's roster. Don't forget that. But I say Faye because Faye gave me an opportunity that I don't think no one else would have.
Yep.
And to be able to have people that were either like watching the live or people that like heard everybody's comments about it and they was like, yo, they loved it. Like we were probably obnoxious as fuck. Like I've never even played it back. I don't even know how it sounds. But it was a good time. But yeah, no, Faye for giving me that opportunity. Like, and that's why I always try to pay it forward with anybody, like either with Shaw or anybody, like any opportunities that I know that if I can't do it or if I know someone else is kind of better for it, I'd rather put you in that position than me.
Right.
But I would say her. Great. Yeah. But both of them, I love them both.
No, yeah. Let's not try to
We're not pitting sisters against each other. We're not WWE.
I thought it was interesting because I know the relation. Well, not know, but I kind of know the relationship between y'all. You know what I mean? So I thought that was just a little interesting little.
And it's, you know, it's funny. Actually, I have a real quick funny story about Cedric. Actually, it actually was. I mean, I've met him before and plenty of other times, but this time was hilarious because we were in Tampa and it was like our first morning. Like we had already been there. Night one is done. Morning time. I'm asleep, like knocked out. Danny bangs on the door and opens the door. She's like, "Girl, Cedric Alexander's in our kitchen." I said, "Bitch, what?" I said, "Excuse me?" She said, "Cedric Alexander is in our kitchen." I said, "Well, let me put on some clothes then and come outside because I want to say hi to Sad real quick." But that is like by far the funniest thing because I was like, why did she wake me up and why was Cedric in our kitchen? But then I figured out why he was. He was dropping off one of the boys because they was hanging out. The day before, but just imagine coming back from WrestleMania night one and your whole house is full of like independent wrestlers.
Yo, all over the place.
That's awesome.
That video, that circle video of the living room, like so God damn, everybody's in there.
That'd be a fucking dream.
How do you even fit that many niggas in one room?
Imagine waking up in an Airbnb and all of a sudden, like, why are these?
Rosemary staring over. Oh, sorry.
Oh,
just
just.
He's like, "Where's my face paint, baby?" Oh shit! Oh, that was good. I like that. That actually wasn't bad.
I think the closest I ever got to having like some type of like one-on-one with a wrestler was like, Richie bought Santana something when we went to Battle Club Pro. It was the one where it was their last indie show before AEW.
Mm-hmm.
And Richie bought him something. It was like some Puerto Rican shit, and he had him and Jen had to leave early, and he wanted me to pass it off to Santana. So I actually had a quick one-on-one with Santana. Yeah, I had a quick little one-on-one with Santana while he was walking backstage. So that was dope.
Cool. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Once again, this has been our 2-year anniversary. Oh, sorry. There you go.
We all got the clap. We did it, y'all. We here.
Yeah, for real, right?
We did it. 2 years, man.
Thought?
2 years.
Shit, we would have thought. God damn it. Yeah. But hey, hold on. Let me switch this real quick because we gotta get the focus. So before we really close out the show, I just want to do this real quick. You can follow. You know what? Rod, Drew, and Mark, go ahead, plug your shit.
Well, myself, you can find me at Rod Banks at I'm pretty much everywhere. The only thing that's different is Twitter. It's Rodney Harris 95. which I wasn't born in 95. I don't know. That was the only thing that was available. But yeah, for Behind the Barricade, you can find us at Behind the Barricade 1 on Instagram, Behind the Barricade on Facebook, and you can also follow us now on Twitch at Behind the Barricade 1, Behind the Barricade 1 as well. And hit up our Twitter, Behind the Barricade 1 also.
Chill. True.
Okay, you can find me on Twitter at AndrewKratz54. You can find me on Instagram at Kilocrats. You can find me on Facebook at Drew Kratz because of work stuff. I'm not doing my full name so they can't find me. But you can find us, like Rodney said, on Beyond.
We don't know his life.
You can find us on Beyond the Barricade Instagram, like Rodney said, Twitch and everything.
Marky Mark.
You can find me on Facebook at MarkJDM Ray. You can find me on Instagram at REY92. That's AREEWHY92.
Alrighty. Please, people, please go to. We didn't do it. All right, cool. Please go to Black Wrestle Fest. Check it out, blackwrestlefest.com. You can also buy your tickets still for the whole event, and you can buy your Battle Club tickets this Sunday. It's going to be on the 19th, a la Juneteenth, which is truly our 2nd year anniversary. And it'll be at 3:00. Doors open at 2. There's a whole hell of a lot of title matches. 2 members of STP are going for titles. And the third, I think, is just trying to fuck something up. But
they've never wrestled. So that's the kind of funny part, kind of being in this, I guess, ownership kind of like position. It's like I legit asked Shane. I said, "Who have you not faced?"
That's cool.
Who's left? Like, who do you want? Because I feel like I'm in a position of like, listen, I'd rather you wrestle someone you never wrestled and that you do want to wrestle, so that it means something versus just putting a match together. Absolutely. So when I messaged him and asked him that, he said, "Dan," I said, "Oh, say less." So that's actually how that match even happened. That actually was not even planned. That wasn't. That was just off of a like us like shooting shit. And I text Shane like, "Yo, who have you not wrestled? Can you tell me real quick?" And
then as we know, the Icons title is Big Swole versus Willow Knight. That match is gonna be great. Is that the main event for the night?
That is the main event. Yes.
Hell yeah. Nelly Nell, plug your stuff.
So you can find us, the Jabba Tears Podcast, on all social media platforms. You can subscribe to our YouTube page, the Jabba Tears Podcast Network, which we have an umbrella full of other podcasts, such as Your Sports, That's Phone Talk, 2.5 Bros, the list goes on and on. Coffee Talk, Mr. Black's Neighborhood, who knows. But you can find us once again at the Jabba Tears Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. The boys really handle the social media stuff. That's not really me. Once again, we got this weekend, Juneteenth weekend, we got Black Wrestle Fest. Once again, Sir Wilkins will be doing a panel on Black media in wrestling. And then I'm going to be doing a panel on Black women in wrestling. So we're really excited about that. And then, of course, the show's on Sunday. And then last but not least, cannot believe it's next Sunday. Next Sunday, we're back at Legends, AEW Forbidden Door. You guys are all welcome to come out. We'll be showing the pay-per-view at Legends. And then the following week, we'll be back for Money in the Bank.
Jesus.
We got a long list of things to do.
Never stops.
And then, actually, last but not least, August 19th will be Black Girl Magic, an all Black woman show. Nice. And then that's the pre-rec to August 20th, which is going to be Jobber Slam 2 house party.
Yes.
So once I finish this weekend, all full speed will be the Jobber Slam 2. So the information for you guys as sponsors and as participants, they will be available after this weekend, I promise. Because I've had people come up to me all the time, like, "What about Jobber Slam?" I'm like, "Can I do one thing at a time, please and thank you?"
Right. Listen, Nelly. I've had it in my calendar before y'all said something. So I'm ready.
I had to wait for Impact because we had to wait for Impact because we didn't want to conflict with them and because we wanted to use like Savannah and Tasha, so we had to wait a little bit. But August 20th, Saturday, August 20th, Java saying 2. We are inspiring everyone to come in their best 80s, 90s, because it really will be a house party. Like, I really mean that through and through. So it is going to be a little twist. But we hopefully, if COVID just holds on, you'll be able to see Sir Wilkins in his first match at Java Sam 2.
Yes.
That is
breaking news, baby.
About time.
That is the goal. So we've been trying for the past 2 years to do him versus Simon Miller of What Culture.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And the time has now come. And it was funny because we kept bumping into them in Dallas. So it was just like, this is meant to be. Like, we don't know how else to do this. Finally. So yeah,
Rod, we are out to Java Slam too, Rod. I don't care what we got going on that weekend.
We're all gonna be there.
I was there last year. I don't know, y'all came up.
That's how we met.
And honestly, like, and I've spoken to Rodney and I've spoken to Kyle separately. That honestly makes me more happy than anything, is that you guys will be able to come together and have your own brotherhood.
Yeah.
I think that's the beauty of wrestling. Like, people forget those things. And I'm just really glad you guys used that opportunity to kind of like connect. And then now here you guys are a year later together, friends, brothers. I love it. But yes, Java 72, August 20th. Be there, be square. And that's all I got.
And let's not forget the man who couldn't stay on the whole time, Chris Taliaferro. You can find him.
The man who, if you haven't been reading the Times, that got an Estee Lauder CEO fired because of his meme.
Sir.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll send you all the link.
We'll tell you.
It'll be in the description for anybody watching on demand later on.
Yeah, it was good.
You can follow Things You Don't See Every Day podcast. All you gotta do is Google it. You'll find his face on it. It's very easy to find. He's on everything. So. And he did part of our new intro. Should I play it real quick before we get out of here?
Yes.
That was fire intro.
All right.
Bro.
Nelly, check this shit out.
Oh, okay. I was like, I didn't see it.
Other podcasts just ordinary, because other shows on four corners of commentary. Smile like a stretch McCloud Frazier. And that's really, really real. The Marvel and Dragon gonna tell you how they feel. Entertainment is the norm. They bring it down hard like the homie Quiet Storm. The four corners have arrived.
Bars.
And that's what it is.
Bars.
I will say, he is actually, surprisingly, he's actually really nice in person. Matt Caster actually is really nice in person.
Oh, I believe
was
it.
surprised.
I believe it.
I was surprised as fuck.
I believe it.
And he's from New York, so that's why it was even funnier.
Yeah.
But
that's why the promo skills are up there. We know it.
Also, real quick, I just want to say once again, Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there.
Yes.
Happy Father's Day to the fathers, stepfathers,
present or future,
uncles in the room.
Godfathers.
Godfather. Yeah. We get a there isn't enough love. So I always want to say, it's not necessarily easy being somebody who gives a shit about your kid.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
But as always, gentlemen, let's do what we do.
All right. You see everything down there. That's where you can follow me, the big stretch himself, the human encyclopedia. Also, answer to the trivia question. All the letters that happen to be by my name tonight stands for Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Ain't no fun if the homies can't have none.
Oh, God.
Jeez.
Well, again, as you already know, everyone, is Mr. After Hours himself, the one and only Quiet Storm. I would just say that's my Instagram and Twitter at Forever Thiefin. As always, this is also everybody's. Today was a good day. It was everybody's scandal. It's a lot of shit went on this week. But all in all, I gotta say thank you to everyone that has tuned in, everyone that has rocked with us for these long, tries 2 years. You know, it started off as an idea, like a random idea between Stryker. Stryker got us all together, and during the pandemic, we went full steam ahead. We didn't know what the hell we were doing.
2018,
but
and we here now.
But even then, like now, we're just
the missing piece.
To see it like 2 years later, like you're the missing piece, Kyle. You are, but it's just to see
that's for me. I'm not listen.
One
time I want to big myself up.
You were the missing piece that we needed. I mean, to see us now 2 years later, we're still like on the rise, still growing. I mean, we get hard on ourselves sometimes, but at the same time, it's also a joyous to see us laugh and just come together, have some unity, have some fun. Want to even still be to come to like even conventions, even like Jobber Slam, to even like come together and even network even more. It's such a blessing. It's such an opportunity. So I say thank you. I say thank you to every one of you that even took time out of your time to even come and just rock with us for 2 hours. Because really, truthfully, we was really
3 hours.
3 hours, yeah. We really would have been out here just talking shit, shooting shit, not
like always.
That's facts.
We just would have had.
And
nothing.
I think I speak on behalf of BTB when I say it's been an honor to be here rocking with you guys. This has been a long time coming. I've been watching you guys for a minute now, and I've always wanted to be on the Four Corners. And it's just all love, man. It's just vibes.
Oh, stop. You're gonna make a brother cry. I'm too tired for
Look at y'all.
That's real. Thank you.
Been a fucking awesome time here.
It's a brotherhood. It's a brotherhood, and I respect
it. It's a brotherhood and a family right here.
Yep.
Yeah, I appreciate
that.
Wait, hold on.
I mean, you know that.
That's been good though.
And you know this, man.
And it's improv. It's no writing. So imagine what we could actually do. In
Most of the shit isn't even planned. We might talk about it for like.
Vince, if you need some more creative, we're here. We're here.
Hey, wait, we
need
don't
another
it's
soldier
not
in the
Vince
army,
anymore.
Vince.
We got
soldier in the army.
Pick up where Mr. Laurinaitis left off. I'm willing.
I was about to say.
I'm willing to help out in any other way, sir.
Because if y'all don't know, he about to be the scapegoat and all this shit.
He about to be put to the fire.
One of the
I really want to be that fly on the wall when that shit came out and Nikki and Bree's mom found that shit out. It was like, so what?
That's over for him.
The excuse you gonna give him
and so apparently Golden State has won their next NBA championship.
Wow, good for them.
So very good for them.
Celebrations happening right now.
Shout out.
Don't waste your creative.
That's true. That's true, Kev. That's true, Kev. And shout out to Kev for being a supporter.
Word.
Shout out to the unofficial sponsor, Heineken.
Man, put that down. Put that down.
Put that down.
We get off.
This is not an episode for kids. This is not an episode for kids. It's okay. It's okay.
Our unofficial sponsor, everybody.
Man, go ahead.
Anyway, I'm bringing up the old joke. Gosh, relax. Anyway, it's Striker Dragoon. I'm here. Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch is all the same. I am streaming currently for the rest of June with St. Jude's. I am dedicating 60 minutes a week.
Cut him off
for children's cancer research. How you cutting me off and I'm doing something for the kids?
No, I didn't say it. Court.
What you mean?
That's definitely what Court.
And I'm pretty sure she was talking about the beer, not the kid.
The beer is no influence on my behavior. But yes, I'm doing streaming for St. Jude's on Twitch and YouTube. I'm streaming Guardians of the Galaxy if anybody's interested. Definitely will be streaming Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge.
Sir.
I'm going to try and do that with our brothers here at the Four Corners. If not, anybody who's able to definitely join up. It's 6-player co-op, local or online. So if you're interested. And thank you to my brothers, man. Just in general, the council commentary has been a great place for all of us. It literally started out from a group chat, and this is what I think February is going to be. 6 years, 7 years, maybe.
Yeah.
And going strong. And then we made this podcast. Started about 2 years ago. We did this on Juneteenth, and it wasn't even a federal holiday.
Yeah.
Now look at that. In 2 weeks.
Look at y'all changing.
In 2 weeks.
Y'all changing lives.
In 2 weeks.
Yeah, it literally took 2 weeks for us from the conversation about creating the podcast to bless you to our very first show.
Yeah.
And look where we're at 2 years later. Throughout whatever private arguments or conversations, through, heads butting and stuff like that. We got to be real. We have always been a real podcast. It's okay to be real. We've gone through a lot, and it's 2 years through here. We're making so many great friends. We're making so many great connections with everybody here. I appreciate y'all for shit. I'm pretty sure each one of us had some dark times before this, and we bringing each other out as men, as Black men especially. That is a huge thing. And I can't say anything more than thank you guys. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. No matter what, we're here for each other. It's a family thing. And to our friends at BTB and to Jobberteers Podcast, love you guys and appreciate you all. No matter in what capacity you guys are here, whether in spirit or physically on the podcast, doesn't matter. Support lasts forever, and literally support goes a long way. It doesn't matter if it's just a subscribe on YouTube. It doesn't matter if it's just a shout out on Twitter or social media, whatever you want to call it. Support goes a long way. Some people didn't believe in the idea, and look where we're at, 205 subscribers later, and we just only growing. So I appreciate everybody that's rocking with us. I love everybody and everything that y'all can do for us, and what we can do for y'all, let us know. But thank you.
And before I do my shtick, same sentiments. Like I said, 2 weeks we started from the initial conversation. 2 years later, we're still here. We appreciate everybody. BTB, Jobberteer as always. Behind the Barricade, Jesus Christ. Backstage Brawl. Keek, thank you, love. We do Rev. STP for always showing love on Twitter.
Strictly for the culture.
Strictly for the culture. Pushing. Like, we appreciate them so much also.
Gotta get that Sasha and Naomi merch. If y'all are really supportive of them,
we all
definitely
gotta
buy
get
that merch.
The Sasha, yeah. Y'all see. But all honesty, everybody who's ever commented, who's subscribed, whoever did a like, whoever watched the video, whether it was for 10 seconds or 10 minutes, we really do appreciate every last one of you. We appreciate every guest that we've ever had and will have on the show. It really is special. And some of us have actually found what I think might be our niche or whatever you want to pronounce it, when it comes to this game. So it's appreciative so much. 2 years, and I can't wait to get to 2 more. I am K Marvel. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Mr. Marvel87. I am on Twitch at Mr. Marvel _87. Also, please check out the YouTube page because I am doing a show with our boy Bagman. We are doing something called Brand Supremacy, which is us doing WWE 2K, the GM mode. So
do you need 2 different stations for that, or can you do it on one?
I'm doing I share play. I use my share play through my PlayStation.
When he was attempting to do tonight with the Jackbox, that's what he wanted.
Yeah, pretty much.
You didn't have to throw him under the bus like that.
No, it's cool though. It's cool though.
I wait for the bus to come.
Yeah,
I see him.
My man said, "I got a ticket here."
Toss him. Toss him. He's all Laurinaitis. You gotta throw him.
Oh no! Oh no!
you
I am not the Laurinaitis of the group.
Yeah, that's exactly what you are. You're GM now. You're people power.
Yo, that was low key underrated. Like, if you go back and watch that
people power time was really
it was good TV. It was good TV.
Especially when he came out on the scooter.
in that red ass suit.
People power.
Whatever match they had, was it Survivor Series?
Yes.
Or whatever where it was when he came down
in the red suit.
Oh my god.
In that bright ass red suit.
Man,
and then
I love wrestling.
Right. So please check that out. I believe we're trying to do it every Tuesday. So that's, shouts out to Up Down Down for the inspiration. But it's a lot of fun so far. We got some stacked rosters. I'm not gonna lie. You can always. Ooh, that's the wrong way to do it. See, niggas tired. Bam, there we go. You can follow the Four Corners of Commentary on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitch at the Council of Commentary, on TikTok at Council of Commentary, and on Twitter at CO Commentary. You can also find the Four Corners of Commentary on all of your favorite streaming platforms. Some are YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Audible, and iHeartRadio. And that's only to name a few. Just look for the purple ring, and it's the show with the four brothers on it. Hello. Didn't we just miss somebody? What happened to QS? I feel like I can't end the show without him.
Where did you go?
He
It's
did
weird.
disappear.
I gotta.
Well, I
don't
mean,
want to
it's Quiet Storm, so that just made sense.
Really, they just ran
but that's only because he has the Power 105 Theo voice. You know what I mean?
He sure do. Like he
right?
He like a
I'm-
sex operator.
There he
I'm
is.
telling you, there he is. See,
He do.
he's like,
He got the late night voice.
nah, here you go. He's
I
like,
don't do that.
nah, here you go. Wait. This is how he goes to sleep.
I didn't do it. You did it.
Nah, like my shit. Y'all gotta stop.
But
oh man,
ladies and gentlemen, like I said, as always, we truly do appreciate everybody. Y'all are fucking awesome. We got some clowns in there. It's lovely. This is the best thing ever.
That's his origin story. When we write his comic, he was bitten by a radioactive soul singer.
Yeah. Him and radioactive Barry White had a conversation.
Oh, man.
It was like, can't get enough of your voice, Ted.
On
You know what I mean?
And on that note,
Wrap it up.
But guys,
wrap it up, y'all.
this is your
Wrap it up.
Four Corners of Commentary.
Happy 2 years.
Happy 2 years.
Boom.
Happy 2 years, brothers.
So
Thank you
we
so
the
much.
Four Corners of Commentary. We appreciate y'all. Here's your four, and we are out. Peace.
You know you popular when you got these bots in this shit, bro.
Yo.